You're watching the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
A little look at London traffic. We're not stuck in it. That is not yet, at least. We haven't gone in there. We're still in the countryside as we get going Friday from Jacksonville to London, and Jags get ready to play at Wembley Stadium and against the LA Rams. And a game that feels like it could be a huge game in the season to catapult the Jags potentially squarely into the playoff mix, or it's going to be around the playoff mix. We'll figure that out. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Jason Hamby, Casey Kurtz along a little bit later. We got weekend wagers. We got our picks presented by Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls coming up in a bit too. And plenty of Jags talk. Caught up with Ventrell Miller today. Caught up with Greg Newsome. Who else did I kick up? Bashal Tootin and Coach Liam Cohen. So got a lot to play for you. And we'll put a bow on our coverage, at least for the Brent and Austen Show on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network for the week. But let's begin with this. Hey, what a football game last night. The 40-year-olds, the old guys, putting on a show. I didn't really watch it, but I saw some highlights, and that looked like a fun one.
Yeah, I mean, it was an absolutely insane game. Shout out to the Milwaukee Brewers for making me go directly to Thursday Night Football. Appreciate you. Yeah, man, like it was really cool to see these old guys, what do they call it, the Icy Hot Bowl, slinging it around and everything. And it really goes to show you when you have, well, for Aaron Rodgers is different, but if you're Joe Flacco and you're a capable quarterback and you have some weapons to throw to, they can insert you within a matter of 2 weeks, and the things can happen. And we can go back to the Mike Tomlin comment that I posted in the group chat that hasn't been played yet on Tuesday or whatever, but like Tomlin was very against Joe Flacco getting traded in the division. And now it's kind of crazy how Joe Flacco comes out and beats the Pittsburgh Steelers and beats Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I saw that the Flacco thing has been rolling around there with Tomlin. And the reason why it was a thing is because he basically called out Cleveland's executives, Andrew Berry, and like, why would you do that? But what I don't fully understand, even after knowing that and seeing that, it's not like he was afraid of Cincinnati and Flacco, was he? Like, why did he do that? And was it just the idea that they knew they were playing him? Is that why it got brought up? Is that why he would take that shot? Like, was he really concerned about Flacco going into this game?
Well, no, I mean, listen, I've been on record saying this many times. Like, I thought it was stupid to trade Christian Kirk with the Houston Texans. Like, I think when you talk about the AFC North and just, it's almost like the SEC where it does feel a little different. Like, those teams don't like each other. And especially when you talk about Joe Flacco, who has a lot of experience playing said teams in the AFC North, to just up and go, you know what, we'll trade him to a divisional opponent who's also probably competing for a divisional title. Like, I think it is a little asinine, right? Like, it'd be one thing if it's like a defensive tackle or a corner. Like, okay, how much influence do they have on the game to help you win? When you're talking about, at the time now, as a starting quarterback, like, that means everything. So I agree with Mike Tomlin where if I'm the Steelers and even if I'm the Ravens, I'm looking at the Browns thinking, like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, especially at that position, when they were in a position of need like that. And you could argue Flacco's still your better answer, even though I know you're playing young guys in Cleveland. But with that defense, with a wide open division, that he's your better answer. I mean, he came off the bench or came off his couch last year and really gave some pretty good moments for Cleveland. I mean, I'm not the huge Joe Flacco fan, but you would say he gives you a better chance than Dylan Gabriel at the moment to win football games in Cleveland, wouldn't you?
No, well, probably, but to Cleveland's point, like, you're not going to win a division this year. So if it's Cleveland, it's okay. Well, we have Sanders, we have Gabriel. Now we got to find out which one of these guys we can roll with going forward. So I understand the ability to get rid of Joe Flacco just because, like, he's not going to be the future there. Like, Cleveland right now, even though their defense is one of the best in the league, they don't feel like they're in win now mode in the AFC North. So I get trading Joe Flacco away. But also, if I'm the Cincinnati Bengals, I absolutely get getting the gift that is Joe Flacco because he's a veteran quarterback. He knows how to run offenses. Obviously, he's got a decent arm. And with the weapons that you have, if you have a halfway competent quarterback, you have a chance to win a game. So I really get it from both sides. But once again, I don't understand why you would do it in division.
Yeah. The fascinating thing here for me is I can't see anything on Hard Rock or whatever. I don't know what the future bet was, but I said it last week on the show going into the weekend. I think Cincinnati's not a bad play in a wide open division. I think they had the third best odds, plus 1750, I think it was, to win the NFC North. And I said, well, let me wait until they lose to Green Bay because they're probably going to lose to Green Bay and then see where their odds are. Well, guess what? I never saw where the odds were. I totally forgot about it. So I have no idea what their odds were yesterday morning or Wednesday or whatever. But this is why I thought this is not a bad play. Like, can he come in? And the schedule, I think I went through it last week, is not crazy. They've got some tough games in there, but they've got some games where they can go win if he's just going to throw it up to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And guess what he did last night? He threw it up to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
No, without a doubt.
16 catches. So I think it's a decent play until Burrow comes back, and then you just hope Burrow wins like his last 3-4 games, whatever it might be. I think that win puts them right in the mix. They're now 3-4, and I think the Steelers are 3-2. No, 4-2, 4-2, 3-2, something like that. Because they already had their bye week.
Yeah.
So, but now Bengals have a game in hand on them. So, I'm fascinated by Cincinnati here because I think they can maybe pull this thing together and wait for Burrow because of Flacco.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a wide open division. You still have the Baltimore Ravens, obviously, that when Lamar Jackson comes back, you feel like they're going to make a little bit of a run. I mean, the Steelers, it's not accustomed to what you're seeing in terms of their defense. Like, Chase Brown was running all over them last night. I feel like, we have the preconceived notions of, well, that's the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? They play solid defense. They can stop the run, great defensive line, great pass rush, and that wasn't really on showcase to full effect last night. So, like, Pittsburgh kind of seems like a different team. Yeah, I mean, I think between the three, Cincinnati, Baltimore, and Pittsburgh, you can make cases saying that any one of those teams can win. So I don't necessarily think it's a bad bet to back the Bengals right now, even though their defense couldn't really generate a lot of pass rush last night either.
Yeah, fun. So it looked like a really fun game. Back and forth you go. I saw Ramsey got beat a couple of times. I think it was PI on the one Chase got away with. Was that?
I don't know. You talking about the one in the end zone?
Yeah, you didn't think it was?
Well, because they were going back and forth. Like, I felt like Ramsey had the PI first, and then Chase. I mean, it was. I feel like it was back and forth. So I'm actually glad they didn't call. I didn't have a dog in the fight, but like I thought it was clean. Yeah, Ramsey didn't have the best night, especially going man on Jamar Chase when they asked him to. Wasn't the best night for Ramsey, but I mean, Jamar Chase obviously went off, and it goes to show you what running the football for once, if you're the Cincinnati Bengals and Brown, and P. Ryan had a pretty good night too, can do for you. It opened up everything, and I think that's what we've seen in Jacksonville a little bit too. Is your ability to run the football will help out your pass game like you wouldn't believe. So I think you saw that last night, and obviously take no mistake away from Aaron Rodgers and company, because that offense was reeling too. It was just in a different way, right? It was more of the tight end usage and Jaylen Warren usage than it was actually the wide receivers, because all they had was really DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I saw Freiermuth had a big day, of course. 7 touchdowns between those two guys at 40-plus years old. What it really, to me, it says a lot about, it goes back to our VR conversation yesterday about playing the quarterback position. When you've played it for 20 years in the league, you just know everything about it. It's just so second nature. It's so slowed down. It's the difference. That 15-year difference between Trevor Lawrence right now and those guys, it's amazing. The difference between 5 years in the league and 8 years in the league, like Baker Mayfield and even Sam Darnold right now, I think is a huge thing. I don't know where the jumps take place, and they're probably not all the same. They're probably different for everybody. But the reality is, if you can buy your time and play at a good level and buy equity and stay out there, you're going to naturally get better as long as your skill sets haven't eroded. And bottom line is, we still got Aaron Rodgers chucking it 70 yards last night on Hail Mary to end it.
No, I mean, listen, Aaron Rodgers, despite the old age, has showed that he's still very capable and still very game. But I think we did learn one thing last night about Aaron Rodgers, is that don't pile on him when you throw a touchdown and you're running to the sidelines. Hamby, do we have the film? Yeah. Hey, this guy's too old for that. Wait for the reaction. Just threw a touchdown. Should be up. Oh, it's glitching. Okay.
It looks good. It's just the monitor there for you. It looks good. It
looks good? Okay. Yeah, Rodgers was not impressed with a 300-pound person jumping on top of him. Imagine pure jubilation, and then all of a sudden just chaos. It's almost like that NASCAR guy that fell off the hood and knocked himself out. Same principles here. Everything's good. We're up ahead. Pat Freiermuth, thanks a lot. And
so it's
ready to fight.
The assistant coach like that. Don't worry about it. Get over it. It's
man. Got that ayahuasca rage boiling through those veins, man.
So hey, I'll give you the story. So I wake up this morning here, and I didn't see the game, and so I see a clip, and it's essentially that clip. But it says, like, the headline's like, I've watched this a million times or something like that. And so I'm like, I have no idea what it is. I don't know what it's referencing. And then I see the little like celebration fist pump, like the little leap in the air fist pump. And I'm like, is that what they're making fun of? Like they're making fun of him for that little like celebration?
Yeah.
And then of course you get the behind door two, you get him getting tackled by his offensive lineman. And that dude, I think that dude is pretty fired up on another highlight as well. 77. Because he was like
Roger Jones, that's a dog.
Touchdowns. Yeah, is he one of the touchdowns? He was like, he just kept like hitting them. Like Roger's probably like, dude, settle down, man. I've done this 450 times in my career throwing touchdowns.
Relax. Not my first rodeo, sir. Man.
That's pretty funny. Good stuff. Good game. Last night, maybe unexpectedly good game for the Bengals, especially and the Steelers. I'm so mad at myself. I woke up. We do the fight for the fedora where we pick the games, and I was like, I thought I had picked Cincinnati. That's how I was going to go with Cincinnati. And I looked back on, and I was like, damn it, I picked Steelers. I must have chickened out. I talked myself out of it. That would have been a nice. That would have been a nice picker upper right there.
No, without a doubt. Did everybody else pick Pittsburgh as well?
I think everybody probably did. Yeah, these guys, man. Most of our guys picking games, they go with the favorites.
Chalk it up.
Stuff to catch up. Yeah, they chalk it up a lot. So
I had Bengals +3, Flacco over 250 yards. Both hit so easily, but I paired it with the Mariners money line.
Oh. That was an interesting pair, and not a bad one. How about that series now? All 4 road wins.
Crazy.
Wacky.
Yeah.
I feel like we saw that last year. I don't know what series, but at some point in the playoffs, we saw all road wins too, I'm pretty sure.
Who won the World Series last year? Dodgers? So it was
Dodgers.
2 years ago, man. It was the Texas Rangers.
Yes.
Like the Rangers won like 9 out of 10 on the road. It was crazy. En route to win the World Series.
Yeah, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. is an absolute monster. Speaking of, we can get into this real quick. Vlad Guerrero Jr., beast, home run after home run. Are him and his dad the best 1-2 in terms of father and son duos ever in professional sports?
Ooh.
You got like Brett Hall, Bobby Hall. I was thinking of, and I didn't get this. It was just going through my brain a couple days ago. I had this as a question. Like the Halls stick out to me. Like I'm not gonna go like Steph Curry and I don't think. Hammy, I can't hear you.
My bad. They're immediately better than the Griffeys.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. Like obviously Ken Griffey Jr. is Ken Griffey Jr. But like, what was his? Was his dad really that big
Griffeys and
time?
Currys feel a little bit alike, to be honest with you.
Dad
was a good player, probably not great player.
Maybe like Clay Matthews and his dad, right?
Yeah, that's a good one actually. I think they're both. Well, Bruce Matthews and Clay Matthews. So Bruce is a Hall of Famer. Clay Matthews won't be a Hall of Famer, probably. No.
Probably not.
I don't think so. But what about? Are we missing the obvious in Archie and Peyton, or is?
Yeah, well, and Eli too. Then.
Well, and you add that in.
Yeah.
Not everybody can add a third in. So
yeah, third.
The two.
Okay.
So, but Archie, I don't fully know exactly how good his career was. Like I think I'd have to go back and look. I think he was good, but I don't think he was great. Where Vlad was, the Guerreros are both maybe borderline great.
Is Guerrero Jr. ahead of his dad already or not? I don't even know. Because I remember Vlad Guerrero obviously from my childhood, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, I don't have the recollection of where you would rank him in greats.
I don't think so. Like that, I don't know, but I don't think so. Like Vlad was awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he had, by the way, like cannon of an arm from right field too.
He was just kind of lost in the sauce where he played too. It's like the Mike Trout effect.
Yeah, a little bit. So I don't feel like that, but that might be me more leaning on the past than I usually don't lean on the guys that are doing it in real time in these kind of conversations. But I was just thinking, like, so we know Vlad's good, and then we know Junior here, he just got a $500 million contract. Like, so how many times has that happened where like you've got a great, and then you go get a great contract? Like in this day and age, you would measure it almost by money earned.
Yeah.
Of how big you are and how good you are. So yeah, I think just the conversation is pretty good. Like, I don't know if it's I think it's arguable, but I think it's a good conversation.
You got anybody else, Hamby, that comes to mind, or are you looking it up?
Well, I mean, the Holes were the top duo that I saw online. I mean, people were putting Peyton, Eli, and Arch on there, but I also saw somebody already put the general manager and his son Bronny.
Relax.
Which is awesome.
Relax. We're not talking about the G League here. We're talking about professional.
But I saw the Bonds pairing.
Was okay.
But I would say already, I mean, Vlad Jr. is better than Bond Sr.
What about the fielders?
I mean, no.
Prince, no? Is it because of Prince?
He's like cusp of Hall of Fame. I think Vlad was a better player, and I think Junior is a better player than Cecil ever was.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, Cecil was really good and had a couple good years. And obviously Prince was good and had a couple good years. Like, I don't think it was sustainable for those guys. I thought about them too.
Okay.
I do think what you guys are saying about Hull is that might be hard to top, man.
It might be Bobby and Brett, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know, like, yeah, because I think that they're both Hall of Famers for sure.
Yeah,
Vlad's a Hall of Famer, Brent?
In baseball, Vlad, I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer. Let me check.
I probably should have
really
did some research before we did this topic.
Nah, I like this. That's a good.
Yes, he is in the Hall of Fame. 2018.
2018.
Vlad's in the Hall of Fame. Okay.
You know what I was thinking, Ham? You know, it's funny you said that because he played for Montreal, so he was kind of like up there, right? And maybe you don't get the notoriety you were saying. Well, it's funny how Guerrero now is up there too in Toronto. Now, you can get more notoriety in Toronto than probably when you're playing for the Montreal Expos. But yeah, I think it's a great call. What I wonder a little bit now is where do you even rank Guerrero until these last couple of weeks because he's really turned it on because you kind of forget about him. Do you even think about him when your name comes to greats in the game today? Like, does he come to mind? But right now he's top of mind because of what he's doing in the postseason. Oh,
we got some good ones. We got Dale and Dale Jr. That's a great one.
That's a really good one.
We got the Hows, which I mean, obviously Detroit, Gordy and Mark. But I don't like longevity for sure. But I would almost put the Hulls with what they were able to accomplish more than what I think Mark Howe and Gordy Howe. Like Gordy Howe is the GOAT, you know. But like I don't know if Mark Howe, you put him up there with the combination of Bobby and Brett. I'd probably put those guys first.
I would honestly say if you lined up even 20 sports fans and asked them who Mark Howe is, I'm not sure they'd get it.
Because he's a great defenseman, and that's hard to quantify how great a defenseman is, right? Because you don't go off of goals and everything. It's more plus minus and assists.
Well, you guys brought up some good ones, and you're right. The Earnhardts are a very good one as well. I was trying to even think of the golf world for a bit, and we have a lot of father and sons in the golf world, but I don't know if the greatness really exists. Even Jack Nicklaus, his son Gary, I think played for a bit, was okay, you know, so I don't think we have that kind of star-studded golf father-son.
Yeah.
Real quick to backtrack on last night's game, Aaron Rodgers, his Hail Mary attempts went 70 yards. It's next-gen stats tracked as the longest TEV since at least 2017.
That's amazing. Means he still got it, right?
Yeah.
Still in there. It's not in the legs.
That's cool. Back to the baseball as we bounce around a little bit. I would be afraid of the Blue Jays getting hot again. If I'm a Seattle fan,
Mhm.
their offense can just right sometimes. I actually was looking at some of the numbers. The Blue Jays have had guys like if you look at their batting averages through the postseason, they've been, Vlad's been really good. The Clement dude's been really good. Springer's chipped in. I think the Lucas is that how you say it? Their set 2-hole hitter. I think he's been really good. You take a look at Seattle, and Seattle's really got like 3 guys helping out, and really it's like 2 of them. Who had a good day yesterday. Naylor for him had like all their hits. And then Polanco's had a really nice postseason, even though he's only hitting like 245 or something like that. And then obviously Cal Raleigh, like that's it. Like everybody else, it's almost like it's an automatic out. It feels like some of their averages are like 115, and not just one person. You got like 5 of them that are hitting like that. And then it kind of reminds me of your team here, Austin. If I counted it up right, and I didn't go back and do it, but I think I remembered seeing the hit totals in games 1 and 2.
Yep.
I think it's 9 total hits in 3 games. Is that right?
Oh yeah. It's been very lackluster, but I also appreciate it. And my son brought this up last night. It's like it's hard to like really feel anything because it's just so like lackadaisical and bad. Like they go up there, they swing, they strike out, or it's a pop fly, and then okay, three outs, on to the next one. It's just like I've never like this is literally the pennant, and I've never. This is the least emotionally invested I've ever been this entire year during a Brewers series.
Wow.
Like it's just they're outmatched. Like I don't know what. Like there's nothing I can do. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even. Like, I don't know. It's weird, man. Like I'm not saying like I'm not watching and I'm not invested because I am, but like I'm not getting overly emotional about it. And it's weird.
Yeah,
maybe it's the Cubs. Maybe it's the Cubs series took it out of me, took it out of the Brewers. And yeah, I see the Cubs fans now are all running their mouths like, it's the curse of the L. That's what you get for flying the L in the team picture. It's like, how are you gonna like be in Cancun and talk smack when you got bounced out the previous week? Like how does that work?
Yeah, I guess Red Sox fans try to do the same with the Yankees, is my guess. But I think you said it. They seem to be a bit outmatched. That being said, they've pitched pretty well too against a team that can light it up and score a dozen. I mean, it's like their pitching has been fine. I think coming out of this series, coming out of these playoffs, you're going to be really happy with Miz and what he's been able to give you. Because he did it again. Like he's been really good for them, and they need him to be good, and he's been really good. What do you have, 9 Ks in that game?
9 Ks.
Yeah, for sure. And Hamby, I'm going to need you to issue an apology to Miz because on Tuesday, when I brought up the Brewers pitching, and you said all they had was Aaron Ashby, and I think you said Freddie Peralta.
He pitched, and Uribe pitched again.
And then I said, what about Miz? You said, So I'm going to give him his flowers.
Who lost the game?
With 1 earned run, give him his flowers.
2.
Okay, give him his flowers.
I mean, he pitched well, but again, you have to have more guys.
Better than Aaron Ashby?
You have to have more guys.
Better than Aaron Ashby.
4 or 5 innings.
Better than Aaron Ashby.
And not just trot out the same guys over and over and over
Jason
and
Hamby
over.
ain't going to do it, man.
They're just not going to like that too much.
Jason Hamby ain't going to do it. Give him his flowers right now.
Over and over and over.
No, he's been really good.
Let me guess who's going to pitch tonight for the Brewers. Let me go with Ashby to start. Uribe will be in there for about 30 pitches.
Hamby, what do you want them to do? Honestly. Because they have Freddie.
They have 1 starter.
They have 2 starters.
Who?
They had that Quintana, the other dude. Now I'm drawing a blank. The guy that pitched like 7 or 6 innings in game 2.
Priester?
Yeah, Priester is the starter.
Okay, well.
So you have 2 starters.
You have 2 starters and 2
Woodruff's
relievers.
on like Quintana's whatever he's going through, and then Brandon Woodruff was left off because the shoulder right before the season was over. And then like the regular season.
It's a bad ball club right now.
But what do you want him to do?
I don't know, but it's a bad ball club.
Oh, okay. So are we going to give Mrs. Flowers or not? No? Okay. Keep that same energy. I can't wait till next year.
I think people were concerned about what he would be in the postseason. I think it's a great sign for Brewers fans. Like I think he's been awesome when needed. So, what I get the whole bullpen stuff, and I actually see some of the logic in it. If you play baseball and you're a hitter, you see a different arm, different whatever all the time. But when we also know the bad side is, well, you never know which guy's going to not perform, and you're taking you're risking that. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when I see a box score like yesterday, and I see how well like Miz has pitched in this playoffs, and then I see the one dude like your Ashby guy last an out. I'm like, what the hell is the point? Like, what is the point? Is this just because they're afraid of Miz getting so amped up and throwing balls to start the game?
No, it's because the Ohtani effect, which I think
just
is
the
stupid.
Ohtani, yeah. And you said that too, yeah. Like Ohtani. So they wanted him to face Ohtani.
They're trying to get as many pitchers to face Ohtani as possible because they don't want Ohtani to get in the groove.
Yeah,
even though, he's. I mean, granted, he, had it killed him last night a little bit again, but like. Throughout the entire postseason, he hasn't really done that much. So I feel like Ohtani's getting way too much credit for what he's done. Like the numbers don't line up. But
yeah,
I don't agree with.
You think he's done better?
No, he has. Like I think with what the numbers say and everything, like I wouldn't be that afraid to pitch to him. Like the Brewers have changed their entire rotation, their entire philosophy over one player. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I would suggest, I think you're like, I get you don't want the best guy to beat you, and I understand that. But the Dodgers make that very difficult to do because you can pick your best guy. Mookie Betts can be their best guy on a night. Freddie Freeman can be their best guy on a night. Like, they just have so many guys. So when you start really shaping everything around one player, it is different than I think other teams. Like if you wanted to do that against Seattle and just say, hey, we're not going to let Cal Raleigh beat us, we're going to shape everything around that guy, you probably get away with it. Mm-hmm. Dodgers really hard to do, and it looks like it's caught up with them. So, yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to see a big comeback for the Brewers. But lackluster. This is what happens, by the way, when you don't score. Like if you're watching a 10U baseball game and you get beat 3-0 and you get 2 hits. The moms usually say, man, you guys didn't have a lot of energy today. Yeah. It's like, well, yeah, that's because when you're getting 2 hit, you don't really have a lot of energy. And right now I feel like the same was going on with the Brewers. They're trying to keep the energy, but they got none.
It's always about the energy.
Good.
I'm also no juice, man.
Yeah. And I'm also going to need to see Jake Bowers go up in the lineup and Christian Yelich go back down to the 9 spot because Christian Yelich can't do anything. It's bad. It's really, really bad. Like,
which is too bad.
It looks
because
man, like that's been. I mean, I get Jackson Chourio like the young upstart, exciting guy that Brewers fans are excited for, but like the team is built off of Christian Yelich, right? Like he's the captain, like he's the dude, and he has not delivered at all for the postseason.
All right, we catch you up on what's going on in the world of sports, and now let's talk a little bit of Jags when we come back. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. How's this thing shape up for the Jaguars? What's Liam Cohen saying about this game? We'll go one-on-one with Liam Cohen today for a few questions, and we'll talk more about the NFL, college, weekend wagers, our picks as well. Got a lot to get to, and some conversations with some Jags players here in London, England as well. And, guys, Stuart Weber is on his way to the Harry Potter experience, so maybe he'll check.
Oh, don't worry. I have a picture.
Oh, already a picture. Very good. We will be back on the Brent and Austen Show here on a Friday. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. There are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between. Juggling my show, Jag Social, to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
There's a look at the weekend spreads we will get to later on in the show. Those are the 3 college games and 3 NFL games we are taking a peek at on this weekend, week number 7 in the NFL. I have no idea what week it is in college football. I know it's week number 9 in high school football. We've got that for you tonight, too. Our Whataburger game of the week will be Oakleaf and Ed White here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Brent Martineau here in England, and Austen Lane and Jason Hamby back in the studio. Casey Kurtz joined us a little bit later as well as we do the weekend wagers and the picks. We'll get into some of those in the noon hour. Let's get into some Jags talk right now as the Jags wrap things up basically at it's 3:30 here in the afternoon in London. So these guys are pretty much wrapped up, and we'll kind of get a night. Some of them will probably go into town a little bit and enjoy some of the sights. And that's a normal Friday, which is then leads into Saturday where they'll do a walkthrough tomorrow and then get ready for the game on Sunday. So everything pretty normal. It's felt like a normal week, quite frankly. I can tell you this, like I feel pretty good now that I've been here a few days. I think the guys feel that way that I've talked to is I'm not going to play a football game. So it doesn't matter if I feel good, but talking to them, they feel like they feel pretty good. And you hear some of the interviews. We caught up with Greg Newsome, who's been here twice now in the last month because he got here with London, with Cleveland as well. And then also talked to Bashal Tootin. And one of the reasons I wanted to talk to Tootin, he's a new guy playing, in this time difference and everything else and how that's treating him. So those conversations, and then Ventrell Miller, who will get the start over Devin Lloyd, who Devin obviously didn't make the trip here to London. Interesting. Some guys did make the trip and some guys didn't. Like Brenton Strange is on the trip, even though he's on IR. And, and then Devin Lloyd obviously didn't with the calf. So I don't really know what went into that, but it's just interesting. Like if I'm not playing for a month, if I'm Brenton Strange, I don't know if I really want to be here, but also wants to be around the team. I don't really know what goes into that.
Yeah. So I think from a leadership standpoint and just, helping out the other position players, I think it's beneficial to have Brenton Strange there, right? I mean, he's the unequivocal leader of that tight end room. So I think just for emotional support, it helps having Brenton Strange there. And you kind of know with his injury, like, in terms of the rehab plan and everything, I assume it's just like, hey, we can do this wherever. And it's not going to expedite it. Like, he'll be back when he's back. I think with Lloyd, it's a little different where, with his injury, maybe they're trying to get him back quicker and staying in Jacksonville and not making that long flight, inflammation, all that stuff would actually like hurt the process of him healing. So I think that's the major difference is what's the injury like, and then how much do they really need that player either in the locker room or on the sidelines as well.
That's a good explanation. I think what you just said there is really probably nailed it on the inflammation part specifically. The timetable for Devin Lloyd to get back is going to be quicker than Brenton Strange. I guess what I was thinking about, I've seen Brenton a couple of different times around here, and I was just like, man, I know when I got off that plane, my hips and lower back hurt and everything. He's got a groin / like hip injury, like in that area. And I was just like, I could not have been comfortable flying for 8 hours. Yeah. But that's a good point. It's not to say Devin Lloyd's not a leader, but you've got a leader in Foye Oluokun, you've got a veteran group in there, all that different stuff. And it's a more, Brenton had been now dealing with the injury for a couple of weeks rather than the immediacy of this injury with the calf for Devin Lloyd. So yeah, nothing, crazy about it. It was an observation that it's interesting. Some guys do travel and some guys do not. I think Newsome is a fascinating one just because he's playing over here again. He's only one of, I think, 5 players, by the way, to play in London in the international series in the same season twice. Yeah. So that's a bit of a fascinating point. All right. Listen, we dissect this game or do we really, right? We dissect a lot of the Jags stuff and where they're at. And it seems like it's all about the Jags, all about the Jags. That's what they want to say. Well, at the end of the day, it's also about some good football players on the Rams. It doesn't look like they're going to have Puka Nacua, but they do have Matthew Stafford, and they do have really good football players. Have been a good organization. Defensively, they obviously have Verse, who's been a monster, and combine them with a player like Fisk, it can be very good. So it's a good football team in the Rams. And I think Cohen said it today. They don't really beat themselves. And the Jags have been beating themselves. It's probably the difference between the two franchises, two organizations, as we speak right now, is one team isn't going to beat themselves, and the other one appears like, well, that's going to creep up from time to time. So I think, the Jags really have to limit their mistakes. It's pretty obvious. We could say that all we want to say, but the bottom line is they haven't really done it. So they've got to play a clean game, man. And I do feel like you keep hearing Cohen, you'll hear him in our interview too. Like he wants to see them fly in a bit more. He thinks that was missing a bit on Sunday against Seattle. I call that natural fatigue. Hopefully they can re-energize and get ready for the Rams.
No, without a doubt. And I think, the Rams, it's going to be another tough challenge. And it's wild because the Rams, in a lot of ways, I feel like are going to play like the Seahawks in terms of they're going to try to run the football, with Kyron Williams, especially now with Puka. And we'll see with Tutu Atwell if he's going to be back or not. They're going to try to run the football, kind of play with that play action a little bit and keep the defense guessing. And you have a guy in Devontae Adams where we kind of mentioned this yesterday a little bit when you were around the show, but like their connection with Stafford and Adams, it hasn't been to where they want it quite yet. Like Adams still is putting up some numbers, but it's not like where it should be with all the targets that he's getting. Well, now you have a matchup where, sometimes this Jaguar secondary can be a little porous. We just saw Jack Smith-Jigba absolutely go off on this team. And you have a guy in Devontae Adams who has a little history of performing pretty well against the Jaguars. So it's going to be a key to obviously shut him down and being physical in the run game as well.
Yeah, I want to stay on that a little bit because Matthew Stafford, to me, I just don't think enough people talk about him. I think he's so good. And I know people know he's good, but I just don't feel like he's talked about in the breadth of so many of the elite quarterbacks. And he, coming off the heels of last night when we were talking about Flacco and Rodgers and where they're at in their career, but also their wisdom, if you will, and their experience and slowing down the game. Well, this guy is that, he's got a great skill set. His arm can still throw 95-mile-an-hour fastballs, and then his brain can beat you as well because he's had so much experience in the league going back to whatever it is, 2008 now or something. So, the thing that they're talking about around here this week with Stafford is basically don't trust the eyes. He will legitimately beat you with the no look stuff. and you can't like just watch the eyes. I was talking to Foye Lewickin because we had him on Jaguars All Access, and I was in a break and I was asking him a little bit more about that. And he said when he first got into the league, I think he was in Detroit. I think Stafford might've been in Detroit at this time, and they were playing the Falcons. And he was telling me about an example, like, he literally was moving with the eyes as they're taught as linebackers, right, of the quarterback. And they were all kind of in unison, and they all like shifted one way, and his eyes shifted one way. So they left the guy, to Stafford's right, and boom, just no looked them right there. The next thing they're like, okay, I'm not going to move this time. And then he hit the guy that he was actually looking at. So it was just a good illustration of, what do you do, right? Well, you can't rely on some of your normal cues and keys because he can just manipulate you with obviously his arm talent, but also what he's been doing in the league for a long time. Man, can you imagine being so comfortable playing a position where you're like cool with not looking at the person you're throwing it to and being accurate? Like, that's unbelievable if you really think about it.
No, without a doubt, it's insane. And like this is where and you get a little nervous about breaking down this game is this Jaguars pass rush. Like the only way to make, because Stafford is the most mobile guy, right? So that's what you have at your disposal. But if it's much like you saw against Sam Darnold and you give Stafford all the time in the world, doesn't matter who he's throwing to, he's going to find a way to get him the ball, right? So that's what we can break this game down from many angles, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to, can you get after the quarterback, and can you prevent that defensive line of the Rams from sacking Trevor Lawrence? And I think you have a team right now in Los Angeles who they kind of know who they are. They know their identity of what they do well, what they want to do, smart, disciplined team. And you have a team in the Jaguars that it's been a little bit of a roller coaster in terms of playing a clean game, then playing, a sloppy game, then playing a clean game. So, I think you have one team that knows who they are and you have one team still trying to find themselves. So, when you put that in the algorithm, I would probably say a little bit of advantage of Los Angeles Rams here. But at the same time, how much is losing Puka going to be a giant detriment to them?
Yeah, this is a big part of it, but you're right, Devontae Adams and others, and they'll make up for it. Like, I feel like it's less of an impact with a guy like Stafford as if it would be if, you took Jackson Smith and Jigba away from Sam Darnold for a game. I just feel like Stafford can make up for it. Just to look at his numbers, he can beat you in so many ways. It's not always going to be crazy good, but it can be. He's got 2 games out of the last 3, really, and he's thrown for 375 and 389, 3 touchdowns in each of those games and no picks. But he also has 2 games this year where to the Philadelphia Eagles, they lost 33-26 and threw for under 200 yards, only 57% completion percentage, had a pick in that game. And then against Baltimore, and Baltimore's defense has really struggled. I didn't watch that game, so maybe they beat him on the ground a little bit more, but he was just a pedestrian 181 yards and a touchdown and no picks. So when he wants to turn it on, and if they want that game to go that way, they can really turn it on. It'll be interesting to see the style of this game, right?
Yeah.
If it turns into hey, Matthew Stafford's going to throw it, or hey, Puka Nacua is out, so we're going to try to lean on the run game and play it that way. And I just think he's really tough. This is not like you're going against a young defense, so it's not that part that concerns me. Jags have plenty of veterans in their defense that should know how to play against we've had that in the past where it's like, oh no, I don't like this chess match quarterback against a defense that's young. That ain't it. It's just that the Jaguars will give up some stuff in the passing game now, and he's going to find it. Puka Nacua or not, he's going to find it. We're talking about one other thing in this, because I really wonder about this whole theme of chess match, McVay, Gladstone, Cohen, Rams, Snead, all that stuff that we know about. And I was like, I really don't think Gladstone maybe has a huge impact on any of that. It seems more like an X's and O's thing. But then I talked myself into something, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. Like, how much do you, in a weird way, the Jags know their personnel way better than the Rams know the Jags personnel, just from a player-by-player standpoint, right? I mean, they self-scout and all those things over the years, Gladstone and company. So he knows like the strengths and weaknesses of almost every player on their roster that's been there more than a year. And I wonder if that does factor in a little bit in the meeting rooms, in the game planning, because you know how to attack a player, their weaknesses, versus maybe the McVay and everybody else looking at the whole operation here in Jacksonville. They're far less familiar with the Jaguars roster player by player, at least from an intimate standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, but I also think like you can try to attack players' weaknesses, but then do those players get a bump in the scheme? Like, let's use Lloyd, for example. If the season started and you're Carolina, you would say, okay, we're going to attack Devin Lloyd in the pass game and like come out and base defenses and make sure he's covering like a tight end or somebody, simply because from what we've seen, Devin Lloyd is a liability in coverage. But then now the narrative has switched where Devin Lloyd is one of the best linebackers, it seems like, in coverage. The interceptions and the pick six speaks for itself. So I understand, like, yeah, Gladstone knows these players and everything, but I would be more focused on the scheme of what they do with said players more than I would of just like what the players' pros and weaknesses are. If that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. Yeah. And by the way, I might be really digging deep. I don't know how much even what I said matters. I just did wonder at all, like, hey, you can attack these linebackers here because they're really not good at this, even though they might hide it, in their scheme because they hide their weaknesses. Well, really, if you can go do this, on a couple of plays or whatever, you might be able to expose them. Is what I was thinking.
Yeah. I kind of look at it like this. Like when I played for the Jags, and then the Jags made a habit of, if our opponent was the Colts that week, and we sign a practice squad guy or we sign a former player of the Colts that was with them that can give us intel in terms of who they are as a team. I mean, more importantly, what we were looking for is like tendencies of like what the scheme is. And then secondary would be like, okay, like if it's an offensive lineman, hey, what does this guy like to do in terms of his pass sets and everything like that? Like there's beneficial things to knowing what the player is good at and what he's not good at, but it's even better to know like scheme wise what they do with said players.
Yeah, I feel like I get what you're saying. I feel like the more individual part of it probably comes into play a little bit more in basketball or in baseball. Right? Like how you can attack a hitter, but even basketball, right? You can really, I've seen scouting reports in basketball quite a bit. And
of
it's
course.
like,
guy likes to go left, guy likes to go right. Like I feel like it's a lot more intricate of what you can game plan for, knowing someone's like weaknesses more than maybe football per se. Like, but it'll be on film though too, Brent, right? Like if an offensive tackle gets beat with a bull rush constantly, like that's going to be there. Like, and maybe that's what James Gladstone can help facilitate as well.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. Again, I think I kind of agree with what Cohen and I think this is where everybody's at with it. Cohen referenced this in the news conference today. He's like, we were out there doing a play yesterday, and I was like, oh, man, like they might think this way about this play, or they might look at this, or they wouldn't run this play this way. And he's like, he basically said to himself, dude, what are you doing? Like, stop overthinking it. Like,
Yeah.
You're just like, you're overcooking it, I think is what he said.
Mhm.
And you got to kind of get out of your own way a little bit, because you could be wrapped up in this whole theme. But at the end of the day, we know it's like, hey, who's going to go play better football? Because in the NFL, that's the funny thing about the NFL in reality, is everybody kind of knows everybody. Like, there's really no stone unturned. I mean, by the time anybody gets to a Super Bowl, like, figure this out. Like, everyone, everything about that other team. It comes down to, most of the time, sure, do you have a scheme that works or fits, or is that a better matchup? But also, who the hell plays better? It's simply that. Who's playing better? That's just sports. And that's probably what it's going to come down to on Sunday as well, as who blocks and tackles better and makes the big plays that win a football game here in Wembley Stadium for the Rams and the Jags. Interesting note, it's one of the best games the Jags have ever been a part of. It's the first time Jags have ever been over 500 playing in London. Oh. And they're playing a pretty good Rams team. So they've played some teams that had good records, and theirs hasn't been. But this is one of the best matchups that we've had in London, just based on the Jags' performance and being 4-2 at this stage when they're playing a game here at Wembley Stadium. Take a break. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. I do have some interviews we want to get to, and we'll hear from some of these guys. I also hear what Ron Rivera said about that guy right there. I thought that was pretty interesting because he was almost a part of this coaching staff here in Jacksonville. So we'll talk about that as well in the Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. Hey, you looking for a new car this weekend? Make sure you head on over to Nimick Buick GMC. Go off Phillips Highway to visit the showroom on NimickBuickGMC.com. Nobody but Nimnick. Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why gutter helmet?
Well, gutter helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of the filters, which requires maintenance. With gutter helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With gutter helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar, grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all,
But you can win a lot with good folks on your team, like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right?
That's right.
So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Well, there's a look at Travis Hunter as he gets set to play his first career game in London at Wembley Stadium. And Travis Hunter hopefully unlocked a bit. It's been one of the stories. Well, it's always a story, but it's been a bit more of a story on the offensive end. Will he become the number 1 target for Trevor Lawrence on certain plays and how they scheme things up? It'll be something to watch. And there's a little bit of a news thing there this week. And maybe in the progression, get him a little bit earlier in the progression, which I got to believe they've done already. Sometimes it's just not there. It gets shut out. You got to take your eyes off it. Sometimes the pressure's in your lap, like last week, which I think prevented some potential big plays. Brent Martineau back here in England, and Austen Lane, Jason Hamby. Casey Kurtz will be there as well in the final hour back in the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network studios. And I don't really think there's too much to the Travis Hunter stuff. I think you can dial it up all you want. You got to make sure it's open. You got to connect. And I think once that happens a couple of times, I think that will check the next box if they can do that. And they might need to do it to win this football game. I mean, it just feels like sooner or later, these guys, especially Travis Hunter, has to be more of an impact to winning a football game. He's had some impact now. He should have been impactful in winning the game against Cincinnati. Had a lot of impact, I thought, against the Chiefs. But again, you drafted him number 2 overall. You want that almost week in, week out. I don't think he's going to win you a game or lose you a game each and every week, Austen, but you certainly want him to be a super impact or a factor in the football game almost every time out.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the problem that we're doing right now, and this is a lot. It reminds me of, like, when they drafted Trayvon Walker, and then we're kind of screen watching Aiden Hutchinson to see, okay, well, was this worth it or not? I mean, now I feel like we're in that same conversation when we watch guys like Tet McMillan, when we watch guys like I'm gonna mess up the name, Ubuka, whatever. I just pulled the Rob Gronkowski.
Wow, nice Gronk.
Yeah, I know, man. I knew that was coming. Who are some other wide receivers that are killing it as well right now? That are rookies. I'm trying to think. There's a couple more. I feel like
it's really Tet and Ibuka. Tyler Warren.
Yeah, I mean,
I know
for
he's
the
not
tight
a
end
receiver,
position.
but he's receiving a lot of yards.
Yeah.
But it's really those 3. I think Ibuka's been the big one. I think Tet McMillan, definitely people would say, especially recently because now he's getting in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Tyler Warren's like top.
Luther Burden's starting to kind of come around a little bit. They're starting to use him a little more too in Chicago. But I mean, like you see Tet McMillan and like what they're doing with him in Carolina. It's like, okay, well, you want to see that now in Jacksonville, Travis Hunter. Granted, like, you're getting defensive play as well, and you're getting defensive play at a pretty high level. You still want to see the numbers come around, and this isn't from a fantasy standpoint, even though he's on my fantasy football team. But, like, you just want to see numbers get elevated a little more, because if Travis Hunter's getting the ball and he's putting up points, like, that means the offense is doing well. So it goes hand in hand.
This might be sunshine and rainbows me. I kind of feel like when they figure this thing out, and let's just say they figure it out Sunday, and then of course you got a bye week, but I feel like there's a stretch coming here of football for Travis Hunter where there's going to be big plays all over the place. I thought it might have started with that Monday night game. I didn't continue that much, where we see him like the thing that I loved about last week and the one catch is the whole crowd anticipated he was about to make a guy miss. And he actually did it like on cue, which was kind of cool. But I want to get to the point where it feels like, all right, where's Travis Hunter? Where's Travis Hunter? Almost like the way in the first 5 games, you're like, where's Devin Lloyd? They need a big play right now. Where's Devin Lloyd? Like, is that stretch going to come? I feel like that's going to come once they figure this thing out, get a little momentum with him. So much so where I think he climbs that list, and then people around the league are saying, hey, it's Tet McMillan, it's Igbuka, and Travis Hunter. Look at those guys. They're young players that are taking off. I just think we're going to get a 3-game stretch here soon where Travis Hunter is really making a difference.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's going to have to, right? Because at the end of the day, and it's whether it's from a national standpoint, the local, or just the fan base, like, regardless of what it looks like on defense, and it looks pretty damn good, you're going to have to see him make plays on offense, right? Like, that to me is why he was brought here in the first place. And I made the point before. It's like nobody was clamoring for a cornerback in the first round, during this last year's draft. Everybody was clamoring for a wide receiver to help out Trevor Lawrence. So if that's the narrative and it hasn't changed at all, the script hasn't changed, because, with Brian Thomas Jr., he hasn't necessarily been the one wide receiver yet that we expected him to be. You got to help out Trevor. So you hope that the narrative when we're week 11, week 12 is, okay, finally Travis Hunter has been able to elevate the offense and obviously elevate the play of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Hamby, I want to start getting to this, some of the sound, just so we get it in. And do you want to go to Cohen? Do you want to go to Rivera? Let me know where you want to go.
I can go either. I've got Cohen ready.
All right, let's go with Cohen, and then we'll hear what I thought it was pretty cool what Ron Rivera said today. So out of Good Morning Football, I'm not sure if everybody caught it. We'll get to that part. Here's what Cohen said. Caught up with him today before practice on this Friday here in England. That's me.
And well, have you had a good week, first of all, here in London?
Yeah, it's been really good to be out here as a team. The whole organization's done such a nice job with the travel, the operation, the logistics, and it's been good to be out here just together, right? We've got some family here. The players been a little bit more together. We've got great weather so far, and so it gives us the chance to prepare for the elements and where we're going to be in terms of our environment.
How do you feel about your football team right now? 4-2 seems like it would feel pretty good, but is there a level of frustration as well with some of the things that you're not doing as well as you hope because of your standard?
Absolutely. I think that you're 4-2 and you've had some really good wins, and you've also had some self-inflicted, if you will, losses, and so that's always frustrating. So we've got to get our swagger back this week, come out with the right energy that we've kind of played with for the most part of the season. When we come out and fly around and play fast and have fun and play loose a little bit, good things happen.
It's the Jaguars and the Rams, but is it hard for you not to think it's a little Liam Cohen and Sean McVay? Is it hard not to get wrapped up in that because you know how good he is on the other side?
Yeah, I mean, it's never about me. It's not. I have a ton of respect for Sean, learned so much from him, not just from an X's and O's standpoint, but how to lead and how to help, run a team. So, there's definitely maybe a little bit of a chess match, competitive chess match that you want to maybe play in some ways, but have a lot of respect for those guys. But really, this is about us.
How do you feel about the place that some of your players are at? You've had to play a little sports psychology, whether it's Brian Thomas Jr. at the start, Cam Little last week. How do you feel like those guys are at this point of the season?
It's a long season, and some players, right, it's not always going to be perfect or the exact standards. You have off weeks, you have off days, and that's our job as coaches and as a team to help them work through some of those things to get the best out of them.
All right, Liam.
the head coach of Jaguars. You didn't hear the part in there, by the way, where I did say, well, it wasn't even on that segment. I did ask him today. I said, I can guarantee a win if you guys have more total yards than your wife spent on the Cohen credit card this week.
Man,
what did he say?
Yeah.
He was fun. This is what I like about this dude, man. I'm not sure I'm saying that to every coach. You
can take a joke.
Jags.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like, it's my birthday is coming up in a few weeks, and so my wife said that's what she was shopping for. But I saw a few bags in there. I'm not so sure that was all for me. He does turn. So then I looked it up. I guess he turns 40 next month. So, it's really I think, Austin, you'd appreciate this part. One of the things the Jags have done, this is different this trip, is their wives are here, like players' wives or can be here on this elongated trip to London. And that hasn't always happened in the past. But I think that's kind of the environment they've built here with Tony Boselli and obviously with Gladstone and Cohen as well in this new regime. I think they've built there's a lot of different examples of it that I probably won't get into as much, but I don't know how much they want out there. But the bottom line is I think it feels more family oriented in a lot of different respects. And also we've commented on the transparency, right? And the communication and other things to say, hey, yeah, it's not a big deal to have your wife come out. What would be the difference if you were at home during a normal week? So it's just interesting. Some of the things that are a bit different than they've done even in the past in that respect. Also give you another interesting tidbit that I did not know this, been coming here for a long time, but they ship all the Gatorade over and they got like smart water and stuff because I'm assuming that's their sponsorship. For their beverages. It definitely is NFL sponsorship and stuff. Well, I didn't know they didn't sell Gatorade over here.
Well, I was going to ask, couldn't you just get it?
Why didn't they just get it here? Yeah, but I guess they don't. That's what I was told, is that they don't sell it here. My guess is it probably doesn't meet whatever requirements they have, food and
that makes you feel good.
Yeah,
that makes you feel really good. So then have you seen what's the sports drink of choice in England?
Yeah, it's a very good question, but I don't really know.
Probably Google that. Hamby, you on that, or before I get there?
See what you've come up with.
Yeah, because
we're all
curious.
Googling it right now.
Well, yeah, don't tell me it's like All Sport or something where that carbonated beverage where Gatorade doesn't meet the standards, but we'll go with All Sport.
Listen, AI once told me whatever about a tag team wrestling partnership, so I'm not sure. But this says Lucozade Sport is widely considered the sports drink of choice in England. It's the official sports drink for many major sporting organizations, often cited as the UK's #1 sports drink. Other popular brands like Powerade and Prime are also widely available, have specific partnerships. So Powerade is here apparently, but not Gatorade.
Huh.
How about that?
The more you know.
Okay. That makes me wonder, what's up with Gatorade, though,
I know what
honestly. I mean, did Trump say something? Did you put a tariff on it? And is that what it is? Or is it something in terms of the ingredients? Because I feel like Powerade and Gatorade are very comparable.
I would too. And wouldn't it be weird to have a sponsorship for a country almost? We only doing business with Powerade, but not Gatorade?
Yeah.
Do we do that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, man.
I don't know.
Beerade.
Beerade. There's a little bit of that.
Water. Well, they just bring back just tap water, Yeah.
I kind of get the water one because there's probably a lot of water, competition.
Yep.
So if you, obviously the Jags are with smart water now, so they're going to push that out there. But again, Gatorade just seems like it would be so I get why smart water isn't here in England, maybe, but I don't.
Yeah.
Wild to me.
Yep.
I would figure it's a global brand. I would think is now I'm curious to see if Gatorade is even in China, Australia, India.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's not.
I thought it was a global. It's gotta be, man. Right? Because you always seem like the commercials with like all the athletes, the tennis players and everything. Like,
Yeah, good
I feel
point.
like it's like a global thing. But now that the more that I think about it, like, are they always just like American athletes? I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I'm going to dig a little deeper into that. But
Please. I mean, dude, I'm going to be honest. When I was in Australia, now that I think about it, I didn't see Gatorade. I saw Powerade, and I saw like it was like an off-brand one that I never heard of before. But I don't think I saw Gatorade. Huh.
Somebody says AI says it's because of yellow dyes are regulated heavily in Europe.
Wusses. Love me some good yellow dye.
What's the
Yellow
wrong with
dye
yellow
right
dye?
here. Put that yellow dye on, man. I don't know. I have no idea, Brent.
That's because wasn't there something recent about something with the red dye, like is a real thing in the United States?
Yeah,
And they
that's a real
started
thing.
making- What was that food? Was that with, or was it a
It's
drink?
like Skittles.
Skittles, yeah.
Yeah. Candies,
something
not
to-
just Skittles, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think it's cancer related, but I think it was like diabetes related or something, maybe like that.
Mhm.
I'm not sure, but so maybe there is something with the yellow dye.
We're not physicians.
No, we're not. We're not. We do pretend to be a lot of things here on the show, though. Yeah. Hey, listen to Ron Rivera this morning on Good Morning Football when asked about a coach that's got his attention. Listen to what he has to say.
Coach right now that you look at in the league, a head coach, and maybe it's one of the younger ones, maybe it's an up-and-comer, who you just look at it and say, I think that guy's going places, and I have respect for how he handles himself. Who do you like?
You know, Liam Cohen at Jacksonville. I interviewed with him last year for the assistant head coaching job that he had. And what happened was, it came down between them and Cal, and, I had to go home. But when I interviewed with Liam, and he and I had this great conversation about, how to run a team, how to put things together, and I got a chance to listen to his offensive philosophy a little bit. That's a guy I really think is going to go places. I really do. The thing also, the big plus, is he's got a young quarterback still that he's developing, he's teaching, and you really see it in Trevor's play, because I think that's the kind of guy that really has a chance to connect with players. I really do. I really liked it, and I think this guy's got a chance to go places, Kyle. I really do.
That was pretty interesting thoughts from Ron Rivera. I thought it was twofold there, Austin. You're a big Ron Rivera guy.
I am.
Ron Rivera was rumored to be in the part of the mix for kind of that, I would say, that senior presence, guy that's been around the league, especially with all this young staff. And it was interesting to hear him say, like, basically it was kind of his choice, that or Cal. And I do remember the Cal news coming out right around that. He basically said, I wanted to go home. But pretty cool that he was almost a part of this organization. It was kind of that close.
Yeah.
And then also what he has to say. And then there's one other element for me is he's obviously keeping his eye on these guys are interesting to me. Like if I was at Cal right now, I don't know if I'd be watching a lot of football on Sundays, right? Or really dissecting it, but it's pretty apparent that he's keeping his eye on Jacksonville and what Trevor Lawrence is doing because he's seen some growth watching him play.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I hold Ron Rivera in really high regard, and it's always to quote from the old phrase, game recognizes game. Like I appreciate the compliments and sentiments, sent towards Liam Cohen. I think that's pretty high praise from a guy who I believe knows about culture building, and knows kind of has like that little bit of that old school approach. But I think it's so respected of what he was able to do in Carolina and even in Washington, where it's like, yeah, that's high praise. That's a cool compliment to Liam Cohen.
Yeah, I think that's one of the thoughts around here. People asking a lot about him, from the London media too, and just the vibe. And I think everybody continues to kind of figure out that Cohen really soaked in what was going on with McVay, and obviously already has a pretty good acumen from the offensive side of the ball, just growing up around it, playing the quarterback position, what he's been able to do. And I think that's garnered a lot of respect. And Ron Rivera just said it. We also had Bruce Arians, I think, saying it a few weeks ago, where he was pretty impressed with what Cohen had done so far. So some pretty nice compliments along the way. All right, let's get to some of these other guys before we hit a break, or at least one other guy. Let's go with Greg Newsome if you can, Hamby. I'll give you a second or two before we get Greg Newsome ready to go. Two things of note here. Newsome is so new to this place and system in terms of Jacksonville, because he just came over. I mean, he played, I think 9 snaps and gave up the one big play, obviously, against Jackson Smith and Jigba Sunday against Seattle. Now he gets to settle in a little bit more with his surroundings, so to speak. He really doesn't, because he's now here in London. So he's been at like the facility for the Jags for about 4 days. Is really all he's had since he got traded. Maybe even 3. I think it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, they left Monday. So he's been 4 days at the facility. He's actually been a Jaguar for longer here in London than he has been a Jaguar in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Really bizarre. It's also his second trip to London because the Cleveland Browns were here earlier this season. Here's Greg Newsome on how he's, the uniqueness of the London stuff, but also how he's adapting to this Campanile scheme.
Well, welcome back to London. What's this experience like, not knowing you were going to be back here and now twice in about a month?
Yeah, it's been fun, man. Like, obviously this time around, like, I kind of know how to use the train. I know how to adjust my body. So this time around is a lot more fun, a lot easier to adjust, I would say.
Do you have to embrace it regardless anyway, being over here, the time change, all the hurdles that go into it? And have you had to kind of challenge yourself a little bit more mentally since you're doing it twice?
Yeah, you definitely got to embrace it. Like, it's one of the hardest things to do is to get your body ready, get your time clock, sleep and everything like that. It's just something, like you say, you have to embrace it. And I think the second time around, it wasn't really a challenge for me because I knew how to do it. And this time, I was going to be here longer. Last time we got there Thursday, left Sunday. This time we got here Tuesday. So I was like, I get an extra 2 days. Like, I'm going to definitely be even more prepared than I was last time.
Well, you got a lot going on, trying to adjust, trying to acclimate, all these things. How is that process to the actual football team and what you're trying to do on the football field going?
Yeah, man, it's been a lot. Just learning a whole new defense, a different scheme, learning, what my safety's like, what my other corners like. I feel like football is a game of like getting to know the person you're playing with. So that's really my biggest thing, is just to really just get to know my teammates, knowing what they see out there, making sure we're seeing all the same thing. But I think it's been going well this week. I've definitely felt a lot more comfortable with the scheme and everything like that. But it's definitely been challenging, but it's been fun.
Yeah, obviously that will grow, but do you like all that the scheme offers you and your skill set, what you guys are trying to do on defense?
Yeah, for sure. I think this scheme is just going to allow me to just showcase everything. I always say, like, even coming out of the draft, I feel like I'm one of the most versatile players at the cornerback position, being able to do a lot of things very well. So this scheme is definitely going to be able to showcase my off ability, my press ability, sometimes blitz ability, and ball skills as well. So I'm super excited for it.
Thanks.
Austin, that might be one of my favorites right there. I think we could put that one on a shirt. Off ability, press ability, blitz ability. You got all 3? Greg Newsome says he does.
I'm not mad at that, man. That's definitely a shirt. He's got to trademark that, man. Help him out, Brent. Let him know, man. Yeah,
we'll invest.
But
Think investment group.
Yeah, and I get it. It was a bad look with the Njigba touchdown and everything. Was it his fault? Was it more the safety's fault? Regardless, probably a little combination of both. But I do agree with him. I think it's irresponsible to think that you can just trade for somebody, bring him in right away in the secondary and expect, okay, we're going to put you in for, 15 to 20 plays. Like he mentioned, it is about the communication. It's about the relationships. And it's about, knowing what that other guy next to you does well and maybe like what some of his faults are so you can make up for them. I mean, we saw the same thing on the defensive line. People think it's just, all right, it's so easy. You can just rotate defensive linemen in and you go in there and you get your job done. Like, every defensive lineman plays differently, right? And the more you learn of like what their tendencies are, what they like, in terms of games and stuff and fronts, the better you can be. So, I get Newsome's kind of getting a lot of, displeased, if you will, on social media just because of that long touchdown. But, let him get acclimated a little bit, let him get acclimated to his new teammates and everything and what the tendencies are. And then I think we'll see a much better brand of football.
Well, the one thing I can't appreciate, I like what he said. He's like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
He admitted it, right? I mean, he didn't back away from it. He's like, hey, listen, there's a lot going on here that I'm trying to figure out. Probably from, don't forget your passport, please. We're going to London to, hey, what's this defense? And he described it, knowing the safeties, knowing the corner, knowing the calls, knowing everything else. And that's probably going to be a bit of a work in progress for him, but hopefully not at the expense of big plays. Because I think he's a good player. And the Jags do too. So hopefully he can settle in to this defense. We're settling into the show about halfway through here on a Friday. Brent and Austen show on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Hey, if you're looking for windows, doors, awnings, storm protection, you can go to Armor Guard Exteriors, Gutter Helmet of NorthFlorida.com is the easiest way to go on the website, or you can call 904-762-7779. Gutters, awnings, screens, windows, doors, storm protection. Get 25% off if you tell them Action Sports Jacks sent you. Normally 15% off. You can get 25% off with us. Go to Gutter Helmet of NorthFlorida.com. Visit them on St. John's Bluff Road and call 904-762-7779 to get a free estimate. Brent and Austen show. When we come back, Ventrell Miller. We'll have a conversation with him and Bashal Tootin as well, still on the way from England as the Jags get set to play the LA Rams on Sunday. And we get set in the noon hour to make our picks. And hopefully Hamby can deliver better than he has the last couple of weeks. He's been miserable.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, we have what you need.
Get a Moto Guzzi Stone Corsa for just $235 a month, or a Triumph Trident for as low as $207 a month, or the popular Honda Rebel 1100 DCT starting at a low $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from all of our great brands, only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
We've been telling you about the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network for over a year now. How to find it, what to see. Simply put, it's TV online. Local sports content all day, every day, just like this.
Did you always want to make history? Like, think that big, or just say, hey, I want to play in the NFL?
I always say I wanted to play in the NFL.
Cuts it back to her left side, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass.
And they have been. We've been talking. We've been articulating.
I did have a sense that they wanted to be bold, that they wanted to make a splash.
Content you won't find on TV. Find it on actionsportsjacks.com and just sit back and watch local sports all day on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
What's been going on?
We're both dealing with a lot of guilt right now.
Can't sleep,
Not
can't eat.
eating.
You see that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe? We only paid $100 for it.
Looks like we're out of time. Breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale.
Enjoy the new car.
Okay, thanks.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get a Hyundai Santa Fe with 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 bonus cash. Hurry in.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game.
We showed no mercy.
Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown!
Duval! ETN is going to take it all the way!
Right here on CBS 47. CBS 47.
Right here.
Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
You have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
Baker Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Well, there you go. The news just in. Adam Schefter delivering it, and the Rams have ruled out Puka Nacua, who has an ankle injury, for Sunday's game in London against the Jaguars. No surprise here, as it's been tracking this way, I think, ever since he got hurt last week. But it's a big deal in this football game. Obviously a bit of a break for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Jags have had some of these breaks with San Francisco's game, with all the injuries. Now everybody who plays San Francisco is really getting that kind of break, but they couldn't take advantage of the Cincinnati break, where Joe Burrow went out of that game, and they got Browning for a half. So I mean, sometimes these things work out well, sometimes they don't. Bottom line is, yeah, you'd rather face the Rams without Puka Nacua, but I think we are well trained here in Jacksonville to know it doesn't really matter who's playing on the other side of that ball. That does not equal anything in the NFL, and specifically for this franchise over time. I mean, the Jags have lost to some really mediocre to bad backup quarterbacks, not great football teams. It doesn't matter if guys were in or out. And, so like, I don't really lend a lot of credence to this, other than the fact that, yeah, I would say from a Rams standpoint, it's a big deal, Austin. But I just don't. I feel like the Rams are such a good organization, and Stafford, as we were talking about, so good that, like, I don't really think this determines the game or not. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't determine the game, but, like, let's be honest. Anytime, regardless of who you're playing, if one of the best wide receivers in the NFL is out, like, that helps you, right? So, yeah, like, does this make the Jaguars a heavy favorite now? Absolutely not. But does it also, like, can you breathe a little sigh of relief knowing that you don't have to go against Puka Nacua now? Without a doubt, right? So, but yeah, this doesn't, I mean, I think we were kind of expecting this the whole time anyways. I didn't expect Puka Nacua to play. It's official now, so okay, so be it. But this doesn't really change a lot to me. But it does make you breathe a little easier.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Here's what I would like to ask you guys. Do you think it changes what the Rams try to do? I hinted at it earlier, right? If you have Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua going, and the rest of their weapons, Stafford can throw it 50 times in a game, 47 times in a game, and throw for 380 yards. He's done it twice this season. 3 touchdowns, no picks. He can take over the game. If you don't have that guy, are you more apt to play the run game, play it a little bit more conservative, not throw it as many times? Do you think it could change the way they look at this football game?
I think it absolutely will. I mean, Austin, I'm going to quick toss it to you, but I mean, he might throw it 40 times in a football game, but 10 of those are at or right at the line of scrimmage to Puka Nacua, because they just want to get the ball in his hand and hope he bursts one, and more often than not, he does. And then Devontae Adams kind of just plays off of that. They hope that all of the DB's eyes are on Puka, and then they're going to slip Devontae Adams on the deep ball right behind you, hopefully get one-on-one. And if they hit it, it's a big explosive, and that's where Devontae Adams has really been eating all season long. This absolutely changes their entire offense, I think, because they kind of run kind of a high school offense. In high school, you find your best player, and it doesn't matter how, but you're going to find a way to get him to the football, and then you're going to try to keep the run game a little steady to play off of that, and that's it. That's kind of what the Rams' offense is. Everything is through Puka Nacua. We haven't seen what their offenses look like without him. I mean, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't remember how many games he missed last year. It feels like he's been fully healthy for a long time now. But I think this is going to be an unrecognizable Rams offense just because of how much a big a part of it he is. I think get ready for Kyron Wilson to get 25 totes.
Yeah, so Puka missed like 5 games last year because he was injured as well. But, I mean, like, this is – their offense is – I don't know, man. Like, yes, they're going to miss Puka Nacua. And in the short to intermediate passes, every once in a while he'll run a jet sweep as well or maybe try to keep you on your toes every once in a while depending who they're playing. So, like, I think it limits what their offense is going to be able to do. Obviously, you won't have the entire playbook. But I also feel like if any team's going to lose this type of player, I feel like the Rams can lose that guy and they won't really skip a beat. Because they are a team that I think for the most part can be balanced. Like you saw against Seattle, a whole lot of play action. Like you would almost think like McVay came from like a QB kind of system sometimes. Now, like he's changed his offense like year in and year out. Like, a couple years ago, it was all the tight bunch. And then it was like just the Kyron Williams show. And now it's more of like, I think, a balanced attack. So it's going to limit what they can do, but like I don't see them taking major steps back because they lost Puka now.
Real quick, when Puka was out, now that you mentioned that, yes, at the very beginning of the season, he played the first game and then got hurt, so they were without him. In those games where Puka Nacua did not play, they scored 10 points, 27 points, 18, 19, and 20. So they never eclipsed the 27 mark, and they were at worst 10 points. So it was a different offense.
Yeah, and this year, by the way, they've scored 9, 33, 26, 27, 23, 17. The other numbers, if you really want to break it down, 205 pass attempts, I think I just saw for Stafford. 65 of those this year have gone to Puka Nacua, at least the targets. So, I mean, do the math on it. That's a pretty good amount, right? It's like 30% of the time he's putting the ball in the air, it's going to Puka Nacua. So you're taking 30% of your offense away. To Hamby's point, in terms of running through a guy, they certainly do run their offense through Puka Nacua and his ability to not only catch the ball because he's a high catch rate guy from a target standpoint, but also his physicality in the pass game and probably even in the run game too. They'll miss that, his ability to block in the run game too.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. But once again, I think and it's few and far between, but there's a couple of teams out there where you take away their best wide receiver and they're okay, and the Rams are definitely one of those teams.
Yeah, but I agree with you. That's how I started the conversation, where I think hey, it might change a little bit stylistically. I think Hamby brings up a good point of what they will do, but I think they can beat you in a variety of ways. They can beat you in a 14-9 game like they did against Houston. Mm-hmm. Right. And then they can beat you in a shootout 33-30 and throw for 400 yards. Like that's what's pretty cool about their team, quite honestly, is that you can do all that. But it's fascinating because we were just having the conversation 2 weeks ago. The question got proposed, is he the best receiver in the game right now?
For sure.
And so if you would to say the best of anybody coming out of a lineup certainly should be a big impact. So it will be an impact, but it does feel, to your point, that, I think there are some other guys that would impact the actual win-loss outcome a bit more from the wide receiver position just because of the way the team's built. You take Jamar Chase off the field yesterday, I don't think they have a chance winning that game because Flacco can't just throw it up. He's probably not throwing it up to Higgins 16 times. Chase is a better receiver. And I think you can throw it up 16, 20 times to Chase, and he's going to win all those battles. Higgins very good, but I don't think he could have carried that kind of load last night. Like Chase.
Yeah, but at the same time, the way they're running the football, though, I think they may have been okay if they would have lost Chase. I'm sorry. I mean, Chase Brown was the running back, but if they would have lost Jamar Chase, I think the ability to run the football would have saved them. Now, they haven't been able to do it all year. So far, the Chase Brown game was an anomaly, right? We haven't seen Chase Brown really do a lot this year. But if they can run the football, and that's why I lean towards they're not going to really miss Puka that much because they do have Kyron Williams and they do have Blake Corum as well, who they like to use. And to me, it's almost like the Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker effect a little bit, where there's one running back who seems to be like the front runner, but for every reason they're trying to use another running back just to say they are. And that to me is what Blake Corum is right now. He's had some fumbles. I don't even know like what the yards per carry are or anything, but like when you turn on the film, like you definitely see Kyron Williams is still the guy.
Yeah. Hey, I want to go back to just because we said it this way, it triggered my mind to go back to I think it was the combine when Liam Cohen said we're going to run the offense through Brian Thomas Jr. Do you think they feel like they no longer can do that or haven't done that yet because of some of his ups and downs? And I guess the piggyback of that question would be, can they do that with Travis Hunter? Like, could they eventually find a way to run this thing through Travis Hunter with all the different things he can do?
I mean, it's simple to me. You ask yourself the question, is Brian Thomas Jr. Wide receiver 1 right now? I don't think he is. Is Travis Hunter a wide receiver 1 right now? From what we've seen, we haven't seen that yet. So I don't think you can run the offense through Brian Thomas Jr. like maybe like Minnesota would with Justin Jefferson, or you saw last night with the Bengals a little bit of Jamar Chase, just getting him the ball as many times as possible. No, I don't think you can do that until they prove that they can handle the workload. And I think like Brian Thomas Jr. could be getting once again to that point of where we saw last year being a wide receiver 1. But until we see more consistency, no, I don't think you can. And with Travis Hunter, the sample size so far, is way too small to say you can run the offense through him.
Yeah, I'll give you a guy that I think they probably should be running the offense through a little bit more, and I know we've mentioned it a time or two. I wonder if they get back to it this week, and that's ETN. Like, I do feel like that's the guy you could run a lot of things through right now. You can do it in the run game. You want to get back to that. You've mentioned it a bunch. You got to be able to run it to be able to get everything else going, but also in the passing game. I don't think we've fully seen ETN utilized to the degree that he can in the passing game. There's been some games that he's got a little bit more, but I think there's more opportunity out there for him, potentially in the screen game or whatever else, wheel routes, you name it. I feel like right now, to me, that'd be the guy I'd be trying to run this offense through more.
Yeah, but like at the same time, and like I think we were all excited when he mentioned Brian Thomas Jr. because we saw what the capabilities were last year. I don't necessarily need you to run the offense through anybody. Like I would much rather have it be a week-by-week basis of game planning. Like that's what you did in Tampa, right? Like you had Mike Evans, you had Bucky Irvin. When those guys went down, then you had a little bit of a Cade Otton, it seemed like, for a little bit. So I think with what Tampa was able to accomplish, and now you're seeing it this year again with Tampa in terms of they're a revolving door of who gets featured. That's what I wouldn't mind seeing here. Like the issue is like you can't really feature a lot of people right now because on offense, a lot of guys aren't really playing to that high caliber level to feature, right? And I hope like the narrative is, when we're 3/4 way into the season, is like you can feature a couple guys. You can feature Travis Hunter for this game. You can feature Travis Etienne. Let's get Tootin involved, feature him a little bit. Let's get Brian Thomas Jr. involved. Like, I'm not necessarily even looking for like that alpha right now. I'm just looking for a couple of guys that you can game plan with and say, depending who we're playing, depends on who gets the most targets.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Hey, we were talking about Puka Nacua being out of this game. That's the news that's in. The Jaguars lose one of their most impactful players on the roster so far this season, and nobody would have predicted it, but it's been Devin Lloyd. Has he been the best player on defense? I think that's debatable. Has he been the most impactful player on defense? I think that's, yeah, he really has, considering what he's been able to do in the big play department. He didn't even make the trip to London. Ventrell Miller takes his place. He's been a guy that's done it before. Seems like it should be a pretty good fit. The Jags want to get a little bit more playing like their hair's on fire. Ventrell's a guy that can certainly do that. We caught up with him after practice today. How did knowing your role this week is changing with Devin back home? How has this week of prep been? And I guess how anxious, excited are you for Sunday?
Definitely excited. Get a chance to go out there and start. Hopefully Dev gets better, but like I said, excited for the opportunity. Just locked in this week, knowing my role, knowing what I got to do, and just being locked in.
How much does last year's experience and just being able to play, in the league before a good amount of snaps help you for this moment?
Definitely has me confident. Confident that I can go out there and make plays. So just being confident. I feel like hoping to add on to that this week, though, for sure.
This room has played really well. It doesn't matter who's out on the field, it looks like, and it seems like Camp can get the best out of you guys. How do you fit with what he's trying to do?
So I guess we definitely got a great linebacker group. I said that, like you said, somebody go down, it's next person no fall off. But count skins, it's good for the linebackers. Definitely a linebacker play type of deal. So you can make a lot of plays in this defense. So just being in your job, doing your job. So I'm confident in that, and excited for that though, for sure.
How much that Foyer's playing really well. I know everybody's been talking about Devin and all the splash plays, but Foyer's been playing excellent football. How much does he help you do your job?
Definitely the glue of the defense. The general in the middle gets the call, get everybody the call, get them lined up. So it's definitely good to have him in there. He calls out plays out there, so that's a help as well. So make you play a little faster, anticipate different things. So he definitely a help being in the game.
And lastly, how juiced up do you guys think you are? The urgency to win this game, get back on track after the Seattle loss.
For sure, that's the plan, to get back on track. Definitely excited to put Jaguar football back on tape. I'd say so. Definitely excited for that. So we hot right now. Looking forward to going out and getting the win though. But like I said, gonna take that work throughout the week and hopefully show it on Sunday. My bad. I'm sorry.
You're good. Thanks, man.
All righty. I'm excited.
He's juiced.
He's talking. He's talking like he's playing. He goes 110 miles an hour, man. That was kind of fun. I liked how he said right at the end, "We're hot right now," and I think the interpretation was that is like we're a little pissed off at that loss. And I really think if you get to the root of what Cohen's been chasing this week, is that's what he's asking for. He wants a little bit of that back. So I like Ventrell going in here, man. I know it, as good as Lloyd is playing, it's hard to lose him, but I just feel like the gap, again, this was an either or discussion a month and a half ago of who was going to be the starting guy. And I think the way Campanile, his just his whole feel and passion and in your face style and all this seems to fit Ventrell very well. Like, I mean, he would seem to fit it perfectly. So if we were wondering how they were going to get the best out of Devin Lloyd, well, it's proven that this scheme has gotten the best out of Devin Lloyd. I would think this scheme will also get the best out of a guy like Ventrell Miller.
Yeah, I mean, I just think, and you hear it like in the enthusiasm and everything, I think if you can bring that attitude, he's not afraid to hit people, right? And, you know, you trust with what Coach Camp can do and put him in the right spots to succeed. Yeah, I mean, I think, like, it's wild trying to replace a possible defensive player of the year, but when you look at Ventrell Miller's skill set and what he can bring to the table, not saying this guy's going to get an interception every single game or get a pick six or anything, but you still feel the need, like, he can be impactful on this Jaguars defense.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a guy to bring a little energy, he's not a problem there in that department. He's going to bring some energy. So Ventrell Miller getting the spotlight there. We'll see. We told him we weren't going to ask him about Billy Napier in Florida.
Yeah, man, let's keep that in the DL right now, huh?
We didn't ask for his opinion on that one.
Yeah,
going into
probably for the best
tomorrow for the Florida Gators. Speaking of, we're going to get to a little bit of that college football talk and Signetti and others. We still got our weekend spreads and also our weekend wagers to get into. But let's finish up one more interview, guys, we got with Bashal Tutin. I think they got to get the run game going. We wonder, should this guy get more touches? He's been really good when he's had the football. But part of the reason I wanted to talk to Bashal, this is his first time playing the London game. A lot of guys have done this on the Jaguars roster. He has not. Here's what the Rook had to say about being here in London. We wanted to get a guy that hadn't been here before. I don't think you've been here before. How's the experience so far?
I like it. Weather's perfect for me. You know, I'm from North New Jersey, so this is ideal. It's not cold to me. It feels great. Sun's not out, so I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, good football weather. Have you had a chance to do anything on your day off Tuesday or maybe tonight? What do you think? Or are you just all football?
Tonight we're going out. I think it's called Sexy Fish. We're going to dinner. And just explore the town. When we first got here, I didn't go out. I had to catch up on sleep, so that was my day of rest. But tonight we're definitely going out, you know, do some shopping and explore the town.
I'm assuming this is the first time you've had to deal with a time change like this in your football career. How do you feel like you've acclimated?
I think I acclimated pretty well. Still struggle sometimes at night, tossing and turning, being though I'm not used to going to sleep at this time schedule. But overall, my energy been up during the day. My sleep's been pretty good, minus a couple hours, but I've been feeling good no matter what.
You're 6 games into this, your rookie season. How do you feel like things are going and trending as just from your body to your impact to everything else in your first year in the NFL?
I think it's going pretty good. I look to come in to make an impact on the team in the best way possible, and I think I'm doing that so far. My body feels great. Doing great treatment. The trainers here are taking care of us. Doing the extra stuff to stay healthy. Playbook's coming along, and my role's increasing, so I'm feeling pretty good about it.
How much do you want to get back as a football team and offense on track to what you were doing in the first 4 weeks, specifically in the run game?
We're harping on it a lot. Like you said, the run game is a big part of our offense. Just to get back on track, Coach talks about it all the time. We got to be able to run the ball, and defense got to be able to stop the run, and all 3 phases have to play hard. So just getting back to being us is the main focus, and I think Coach been harping on that. After last week's tough loss, obviously we're getting back on track.
Lastly, you guys have done a lot of good things to put yourself in a position at 4-2. How big is this game to head into the bye week and validate a lot of the things that you've done in the first 6 weeks?
It's a big momentum booster for us. We fell short last week, but to come back and bounce back with a W, overcome adversity. Coaches talk about a lot this week. And just going to that bye week on high feelings, definitely important for us. Send us off on the right track going into the bye. So I think we come out, this Sunday, and we got a ball to take the next step.
Enjoy the sights tonight.
Yeah, I sure will. Thank you.
That is Bashal Tootin, and we'll see what he can do in this football game. We think a little bit. Be nice to see him more involved. It's funny, I say that at the same breath as I say this offense could run through Travis Etienne. I just think you got to get those guys more involved. I think every time they've touched the ball, it feels like they've been some of your best players. I think the other guys have shown some inconsistencies, quite frankly. Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas Jr., heck, even a Parker Washington or De'Ami Brown. I think they're consistent stuff. Not to say they've run for 150 every game, but it seems like a lot of their plays look consistently good when they have the football in their hands. So we'll see if the Jaguars utilize that run game a little bit. All right, that's a lot of Jaguars talk as we get you set for the Rams and the Jags coming up. I wanted to mention a thing or two about college football. How about Indiana jumping in on Cignetti and saying, nope, you're not taking our guy. They pony up some big bucks, Austin. Did you see this story out of James? Like the last 4 years, I'd have to find the tweet, but the
650.
5 years, I think it is. I think he made $620 at James Madison, $620,000. By the way, nobody should be feeling bad for that. Then the next year, he made $670,000. Then he got the gig at Indiana, and I think he was making $4.5 million. So it was a huge jump, right, from James Madison to Indiana.
That was 2 years ago.
Then last year, he got a jump up to like $8 million or something. And now he's going to make 11.6. The dude has had a raise of significant proportions 5 consecutive years. And by the way, they say your best earning years are in your 40s. That's what I think like the old adage is. This guy's 64. His best earning years have been in his 60s.
Insane, man. Yeah, it's wild. I mean, listen, it's well deserved, right? Especially with all the talks now with Penn State and everything. Like, I get what Indiana is trying to do, but like, let me ask you, like, do you think he's worth that much in terms of the resume? No,
but listen, I'm going to try not to be hypocritical here.
Okay,
I think Indiana has done a very good job to keep him, and probably this is the game you play. This is what you have to do, right? You have to keep your guy. They get in front of it. Good for Indiana. They have not been like this football powerhouse, blue blood, spending all this money for years and years. They're willing to pony up and say, hey, we're in the game. We got a guy. We're going to keep our guy. But at the same time, this is what I talked about earlier in the week. These are these same people that make these decisions. Just give him $93 million, and in 3 years, they'll be looking to buy his ass out.
Yeah, but okay, so here's my argument with that, though. And I get, like, yeah, it's a lot of money, and he hasn't won a national championship yet. When's the last time before he got there Indiana was ever relevant in college football? When was Indiana ever being talked about in college football on like a national level being a powerhouse before he got there?
No, I don't think ever. Yeah, I don't think ever. And I think that's what makes this one a little bit
That's what you're paying for then. Like right now, Indiana football, whether you like it or not, whether you like the attitude of Cignetti or not, like they're the talk of college football. Besides them and Ohio State, like they're the top two teams right now in the Big Ten. So now can you sustain that and everything? Time will tell, but I think you get rewarded for literally taking a school in the Big Ten that was an afterthought for how many years and making them now into the national conversation. That's what it cost.
Yeah, Hamby, I don't disagree with that. I'm just telling you, this is how we get to James Franklin's getting $50 million to not coach for the next 6 years.
Yeah, this is the exact thing that we said as soon as James Franklin was fired, is that nobody's going to learn, right? I think we all three agreed. This is not going to change the way that universities, that ADs just dish out contracts.
But guys, James Franklin's different. It's Penn State. Like Penn State was relevant before James Franklin got there. Now, granted, the prior coach maybe not so much, but like, well, actually, yeah, because was the prior
Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien was kind of okay.
Well, he had to try to get them out of disaster, and he was a mini disaster himself, but of a totally different.
But my point is that in terms of resources,
Joe Paterno, yeah.
But I'm saying in terms of resources, in terms of brand, you had far more of an advantage of going to coach at Penn State and trying to rebuild the program, no matter how bad it was in the past. Like, it's still the Penn State brand. Cignetti took Indiana football, which, once again, it wasn't even a brand, and has made it something now.
Which makes me wonder how much they can even afford this. To be completely honest, if they're $11 million from Indiana, is that the same as $11 million from Penn State or
Probably
Florida or
not.
anything like that? I don't think so. Again, yes, good for Cignetti because he was at Indiana University of Pennsylvania for 10 years.
IUPU.
Yeah, and left being an assistant at Alabama to go because he wanted to be a head coach that bad, and he was there for a decade making $100K a year. And then fast forward 8 years from there, and he's making $11.6 a year, which is insane. At some point, this is the everything with a head coach. At some point in his tenure there, he will probably be on the hot seat, and I wish there was odds of if he makes it through the rest of his deal, the rest of his 8 years through 2033. Yeah, probably and I agree. This is why I see some people saying, well, this is why Florida should have hired Billy Napier already. Like, this is what happens when there are vacancies of any kind. Good coaches get raises. That doesn't mean that, that y'all lost a candidate. I mean, I think Florida should have had him as their top of their list, but I don't think he would have ever been there. And because he talked about even before this that he wanted to retire a Hoosier. And when he put out his video yesterday after the deal, that's exactly what he said. He wants to retire of Indiana. He'll be 72 when he's done, and he'll have made $100 million in his coaching career. $95 million of that in the last 9 years. So it's good for Cignetti.
By the way. Yeah, good for. Listen, I say that you can make as much money as you want. I hold nothing against people who make a lot of money. Good for you. Like, that's not really the story here for me. Like, I come with you here, Austin, because I'm like, well, this shows that they're getting in the game. But then I think I'd also go back to something you'd kind of agree with, because you've said this in other things. Like, don't be who you aren't either. Like, Indiana just got here because they went and found a guy. Because guess what? There are good coaches out there making $700,000. Not every good coach has to make $12 million a year. So, like, you just did this, and guess what? You're going to have to do it again. Like, if you're going to stay in the football, conversation at Indiana, this ain't the end of the story. Like, this is just the start of the story.
I know.
So you're going to have to go find somebody else. And let me just ask you this. Okay, so they pay Cignetti this for $11.6 million. He's there for the next 4 or 5 years, and sooner or later it's going to fizzle out. It could be for a variety of reasons, specifically at his age, but they're going to have to move on. Well, now, even if they've been good for 3, 4 years and have a down year, is the top 3, 4, 5 coaches in 2030, are they going to Indiana? No, they're going to still pick Florida. They're going to go pick Florida State, Florida, Penn State. Are they really changing the game in Indiana that much? So why did you just change the game where you're going to probably have to go find the $1.5 million guy anyway that's coming from Central Michigan, who's a hot guy and who's going to continue your program?
I mean, I get it, but so far so good for Indiana. I mean, eventually we'll see how the NIL shakes out and everything and how much these recruits are making. But once again, I'm basing the fact of we're relevant. People are talking about us. Here's the money.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what it comes down to. Now, yeah, it's going to be on Cignetti to the recruiting and everything. And keep in mind, you brought all your players from James Madison over last year, and that seemed to work out well. Now, what happens when you don't have the guys that you really knew in the recruiting cycle and you have to start anew? Time will tell. But right now, I get it.
Let me put it this way. Perhaps the AD is obviously surprised that in the last 2 years that Cignetti's got him to this point. He never probably imagined when he first hired Cignetti that Indiana would be an actual contender and perhaps, according to some people, the best team in all of college football, at least in the top 5 right now. So what he's saying is, looking around the Big Ten, holy cow, Penn State sucks, Michigan's down, and they're going to be for a couple, Michigan's not going to be a contender, a top 5 team next year. They'll be much better next year, but they won't be top 5. Penn State, they won't be good. Oregon, they're gettable. Mm-hmm. Ohio State is Ohio State. We have a 3 or 4 year window here where we could legitimately win a national championship or at least compete for one, where that was never even on our wish list. We just wanted to be a top 25 team. But the only way that's going to happen, the only way we have a shot of striking while the iron is hot, is keeping Cignetti. Because if we don't pay him more, Penn State is going to give him $12 million a year. They're going to outbid us by $4 million if we just stay with our current contract. And then we never have a shot, maybe for the next 100 years of Indiana football, of winning a national title. Yep. So they're saying, hey, the risk is worth the reward. I don't care if we have to pay him out, buy out, whatever. We have a shot where we never even thought we would. Let's do it right now.
Yeah, because listen, the other side would have been Cignetti goes to Penn State, maybe he wins a national champion,
start over.
And then how are you looking at Indiana?
Right.
It's like, damn, that was our guy, So I get it.
I think you guys bring up really good points. You bring up really good points, and Hamby, I think that's a really good one because financially, let's just say if they are good for the next 4 years. And they can go to college football playoff 3 out of those 4 years.
They're going
to bank it, right? They're going to make big bucks, and they're going to pay for this in spades. So, yeah, I would say, yeah. I guess I'm a little stuck on this is how we end up with these ridiculous buyouts because it ain't going to work for 8 or 9 years. I'm just telling you. Sorry, Indiana fans. Sorry, Ben Williams, my old college roommate. If you're listening, Indiana, they're sooner or later they're going to be like, well, why aren't we winning? Because guess what? When you get to 11.6 million, the expectations now are higher at Indiana than they've ever been. Just ask the basketball program about how that's gone for the last 2 decades, right? So it's just the game. It's the way it is. But this is how I'm just trying to catch it. This is on the origin front, okay? This is the genesis of it. This is how we get to the point where you're paying James Franklin $20,000 a day for the next 6 years to do nothing, which is just astonishing. By the way, apparently he's going to do an exclusive interview tomorrow on game day with ESPN.
Let's go.
That's his audition apparently for that job, right?
Yeah, that's not a bad. Yeah, it's not a bad call, bro.
Yeah, good place to fall. Yep. Hey, 1 hour to go. When we come back, we've got our weekend wagers. We've also got our spreads. That will be brought to you by Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls. We'll get in our Republic Services recycled headlines, too. Final hour of the week as we are live from London and all the way back to Jacksonville. Don't forget, tonight we've got some high school football, too. Whataburger game of the week is Oakleaf and Ed White, 6:30 on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnicht has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnicht. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnicht. GMC. We are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, Honda has what you need.
The Honda Talon. Ultimate performance meets family-friendly fun. Prices starting at $363 a month. Or the sporty Honda CBR 650 starting at an affordable $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from a full line of Honda products. Only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Look at that. Look at that right there. That's the making of Harry Potter. And I think Stuart Weber's going to join us in a moment or two, but there it is. That's right down the road from where I am. but I am here and did not go. Stuart Weber actually did go this afternoon. Word is Robert Hainsey went too for the Jacksonville Jaguars, so he enjoyed it over there. Brent Martineau, along with Austen Lane, Jason Hamby back in Jacksonville. I think Casey Kurtz has joined the fray.
We will have Stuart momentarily here.
Can we go back to the was there knights and stuff in Harry Potter?
Yeah.
There is?
Yeah.
Like people like that? Okay.
Well, I mean, they're like...
I don't remember reading about these people. Like, this looks like
you
a chess
didn't read
thing.
everything.
Like, yeah, okay, but this is like a chess thing, is it not? Like, you have the rook at the end, you have the knight on the horse, which is like the horse in chess, and then I assume that's the bishop? Like, why is there chess pieces out in front of Harry Potter? Unless that's from... Go ahead, Brent.
Let's get Stuart Weber in here so he can explain it, because I think he's ready to go.
Thank you.
And he's shaking his head at, yes, a giant chessboard. That's all he said, and I have no idea what the hell he means by it.
Why is it out there?
Okay, I'm not trying to ruin Hamby's experience for the rest of the movies, because this does come into play.
Oh, there's a human chess thing?
It's the first movie. It's from the first movie.
The first and the end.
The first one? I don't remember no knights. I just watched the first movie.
They played wizard chess. It was one of the challenges.
These are the wizard chess pieces. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm thinking I'm going to see like Harry or like Hagrid out there like greeting people, not just like chess. Whatever, man. The dude, the big bearded guy.
You were there. You just didn't pronounce it right.
Oh, Hargrid?
That's okay.
I'm still wrong.
Whatever, man.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Abuka, whatever. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Good tie-in.
Yeah.
All right, Weber. So listen, you got a ticket. You should have seen how excited he was. We're eating lunch at like 2:30, and all of a sudden he's trying to figure out if he can get a ticket today or even tomorrow, I think. But one comes across at 3:30, guys, and he got pretty fired up. I think he got a pretty good deal. A ticket opened up, and off Weber went to wherever the heck you're at.
All right, yeah. If you want me to kind of explain, I know Hamby was struggling there because he was out of boxes. He didn't have.
I don't have 5
enough boxes to put everybody in for the show. But this is basically like the behind the scenes studio tour where they filmed a good portion of the movies here in the UK back when they did this 2 decades ago. And so you have all these different movie sets and actors and all sorts of really cool, authentic stuff from the actual movies, like costumes and props and just the kind of stuff that made the magic happen, so to speak. And so, yes, you saw the giant figurines from Wizard's Chess out front from the first movie when Ron played perhaps one of the best games of chess we've seen around these parts in many a year.
Bruh.
Oh, what the heck?
No.
That's some dark magic right there.
There we go.
We're sick of it.
He's back. He's good.
He might have muted, though. He might have muted. Hold on, let me give him a second.
Unmute, Weber.
I was enjoying.
There you go. You're back.
No, we still can't hear him. See, one more time?
Yeah, we got
There
you.
we go. Go ahead, Lewis. Go ahead, Stuart.
You got me now? Okay. A spam call from the U.S. called me in the middle of that, and I had to click no to it because that's the world we live in now where you get 30 spam calls a year. Anyhow, so this is kind of the backlot area, and you can see the Knights bus behind me here. Looks like you got the building for herbology over there. Many of the different sets and things here from that Harry Potter universe. I'm about to enjoy a butterbeer. Pretty excited about that. Now, the thing I will say is that those of us who live in Jacksonville and in Florida are really quite spoiled because we have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter down at Universal. So you can get some of these kind of experiences at Universal, but I'm getting a chance to see kind of some of the authentic parts and pieces here. And to wrap up what I'm talking about and finish what Brent had said earlier, these tours book out like 2 months in advance. So if you wanted to buy a ticket, like the next really open available day is in like January. But something I had noticed in checking the website is that occasionally like a couple tickets will pop up from time to time at different time slots. So I just kind of casually checked it a couple times a day throughout the course of our week here, hoping to find a Friday afternoon slot that would work. And sure enough, as we were sitting there in lunch, one popped up and I said, you know what, let's do this thing.
Worldwide Weber at it again. Yeah. So where are you at? Like, are you done? Did you just step out to do this? Like, what's the deal?
This is about the halfway point of the tour is what I'd heard. So And I've spent an hour and a half here already. It's a solid. It's kind of like if you're going to like a theme park, right? It's the same idea. You can spend as much or as little time as you want to in a theme park. If you want to enjoy and read and learn some things about the stuff that excites you and things that interested you when you got wrapped up with the series, you can do that. And so you can really spend as much time. You got people taking pictures, people in line to go experience in some of these exhibits. You can do like green screen stuff where you step on a broom and it records a video of you flying.
Need that.
All that kind of interactive stuff. So I think that's the cool thing about these sort of experiences is that it is what you make of it, and what you want to go and do, you can do, which is pretty cool. It's very much like a theme park, is the best way to put it, but only Harry Potter, and everyone here absolutely loves it. So
sounds more like a Museum of Science to me. Like, is it more Museum of Science or more like going to Disney?
Probably a solid mix because there are things you can actually experience here, I would say, which I guess, they have more interactive exhibits at places like Mosh and different science museums. But I would say more like a theme park, the way there's, queues and actors. Like they right now it's Halloween themed a little bit. So they have some cool kind of extra Halloween stuff going on with pumpkins and Death Eaters and Dementors running around acting a fool. So that's a pretty cool aspect of it as well. I posted some video of that to my Instagram. I'll make sure I get that out there so you guys can see it of the Death Eaters running around. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Stuart, how's the vibe there? Because I've been to Harry Potter World a bunch in Orlando, and everyone's always dressed up in the proper robes and representing their respective houses and everything. It looks like people are just kind of casual jeans and a jacket. There are people dressed up. And also, follow-up question, is there a sorting hat that you'll be taking part of as well?
I believe the actual sorting hat from the movie is here.
Okay.
But because, it's an older prop, they're not going to put it on your head or anything of that sort. I think most of the people who are here have already decided on what house they're part of.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of scarves. A lot more of the kids are kind of dressed up with the robes and the wands, but there's plenty of adult dressed up as well, and enjoying it, right? So it's pretty cool. Maybe just because I'm in the outside part right now, people have put on their jackets. As it's it's not super cold, but it's not warm either here.
And most importantly, Stuart, a little follow-up question: who do you identify with in terms of a house? Like, if you're going to be in the house, which house are you going with?
I'm going Gryffindor. I mean, that's the tried and true. That's the classic one where if you're an important character in the movies and books, you're in Gryffindor. I mean.
Stuart's going with the Alabama
my bad.
of houses, the Alabama, the front runner of houses, if you will. Okay.
I think you mean the Georgia, but
relax, Hamby. Dude tries to throw Georgia.
Put Stewart in Georgia.
What's the Billy Napier Florida house?
I mean, a lot of the fans probably would put Billy Napier in Slytherin right now if you're asking them to.
No, but they're good. They're evil, but at least they're good. Hey, I'm 2 movies in.
So that's Georgia. That's Slytherin. We got it, Hamby. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Have you seen the police reports? And you mean to tell me you guys are pulling a Gryffindor with that? Yikes. Nah, you're Slytherin. Thank you.
Better people watching experience, do you think, Austin? Here where Stuart is, or Comic-Con, or one of those cons, or whatever?
Ooh. That's a great question. I mean, Stuart, I don't know, man. I've been to Harry Potter World, and it's kind of just the same stuff. At least with the Comic-Con I was at last weekend, it's a little bit of everything, right? So I would probably take the Comic-Con.
For the exact same reason, I would as well, Austin. There you got a wide variety. Here, everyone's into the same thing. Everyone's rocking with the Wizarding World. They all love that here.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you pay for this ticket?
It was like £50, so $60, something like that. Not quite the full extent of a Disney or a Universal, but part way there. Cool. And I'm about to go drop £7 on a butterbeer here, and I'm not debating it one bit. I'm grabbing that thing and enjoying it.
Stuart, can you confirm? I see the giant bus behind you. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a shrunken head riding shotgun in that giant bus. Is there a shrunken head in the window?
Here, let's hang on. Let me.
Isn't that Casey? Is that right? Shrunken head?
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. I remember that.
Let's go take a look.
What's a butterbeer, by the way? What is that?
It's like a butterscotch kind of drink.
So they could have butterbeer there, but they can't have Gatorade. Interesting, UK. Very interesting.
Pretty sure
Maybe
they
it's a
invented
different.
butterbeer.
Maybe it's a different sort here. The shrunken head would be at the beginning of the bus. This is, by the way, one of the actual buses that they used in the movies.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But it does not have the shrunken head. There was one inside that had like the full thing where they had like the shrunken head and it kind of moved around and did all this different stuff. All right, so there you go. There's Harry's aunt and uncle's house on Privet Drive, and so all these people are lining up to go inside and see the actual sets from where they filmed all this stuff here on the set.
There you go. That is literally like 5 minutes from our hotel.
Yeah, it's wild.
Cool.
Do you see Robert Hainsey there yet?
I did, yeah.
You did?
I mean, he stands out, certainly, amongst the group. But I think he was here with maybe a girlfriend or wife and a dad, maybe. But he was here with a couple people. So he was out here to enjoy the festivities and have himself a good time.
Do you think Skip Bayless is going to have an opinion about that? Robert Hainsey not focusing on the game and being in Harry Potter world? Skip Bayless, there's your low-hanging fruit for the week. Enjoy. You're welcome.
Oh, dear.
We'll see how the Jags block it up on Sunday. All right, go get your butterbeer, and then we'll see you back here later on.
All right. Sounds good, guys.
That's insane.
Love technology right now, don't you?
That's
He's
crazy.
Like 6 minutes down the road.
Well, I'm just still trying to comprehend, like, you guys are in England, and, like, he's giving us the tour, and we're still on the show. Like, that's cool, man.
I was disappointed last night in the ending of that movie, though. I'll say that.
It's not the best one, huh?
It's not the best one.
No. Had 2 hours of build up for a snake, and he just went boop, and then it was done. Like,
hey,
what?
spoilers, man! Oh, it's been like 25 years. Yeah, so I guess we're good. Yeah, if you haven't seen it by now, that's on you.
But we had a great showing.
Hamby, okay, so how was the dinner? First of all,
dinner was great. You want to see a picture of it?
There we go. Look at Hamby turning into a little Instagram influencer, taking pictures of meals and everything.
No, I didn't.
Casey, while he gets this, are you jealous of Weber? Would you like to be there?
Yeah, I would definitely go if I was in London, without a doubt.
I would check it out, even I haven't seen all the movies, but I would still go.
I would go for sure.
Just say you did it.
And for Stewart's sake, I'm really hoping Robert Hainsey is with his wife, and his wife is not back in the States waiting for him to come back. Because if not, Stewart said some diabolical
Casey,
stuff.
why do we even?
Bro, just because the Coldplay concert doesn't mean every time.
He said some diabolical stuff. I think he was just assuming. For the record, we have no idea. I don't even know I think Robert Hainsey's married, but I don't think Stewart knows.
Let's hope that was her.
Hey, can we see the picture of the food, please? Hamby, I'm going Patrick Mahomes here. There we go.
Look at the spread.
Damn, man.
Yeah, we had some MFCB, that cornbread right there. That hit different.
MFCB.
What did you do?
What?
Yeah, what's
cornbread?
Did you say CBD?
No, he said MFCB. What is MFCB? Should I know this?
Well, CB is cornbread.
That's MFCB.
Okay. Okay.
Is that what they do in Georgia?
Is that in Georgia?
Okay.
That's a.
I mean, dude, I love cornbread. I've never been that excited for cornbread before.
I also love cornbread, but that was crazy.
I just had some MFHT.
Hot tea.
Hot tea. Yeah.
Hot tea. Okay. Man, okay, so that's quite the spread there.
Wow. Yeah, that's impressive for a random Thursday.
Yep.
So wait, do you guys have is that where you guys ate too, or do you?
No, we have a dining table.
Look at those plants doing work. I see you picking up those plants.
Plants.
Yeah,
look at like the seasoning holder thing. That's fancy.
What am I
in the back corner, that holds all the seasonings.
Yep, we got it all.
Yo,
I mean salt and pepper. That's all you need, right?
No, I'll tell you what I'm looking at on the left. That mixer.
They ain't giving that away. They ain't giving that away.
Because Amanda just got a mixer.
British Bake Off right there.
That's a good old mixer.
What else we got,
boy.
man? Let's keep judging this house a little bit. What else we got going on?
At home.
Yes, it did.
I mean, that skillet. They ain't giving those skillets away. The black skillet with the chicken in it.
I also respect the gallon jug of water just sitting there, right? You got this whole fancy spread, and you're like, you know what? Here's our drinks. We got a gallon of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do tap water anymore.
Brent can hook you up with some, of the.
Yeah, Brent. There's
got
to be a read here for that, right?
Yeah, Brent. What is he doing?
Did you see?
Hamby, stop being the filter.
Water.
Yeah.
Stop being the filter.
My bad.
Damn right.
Hamby, stop being the filter.
Hamby, I would like to know the incident that happened that made you say we don't do tap water anymore. So I'm wondering what happened that anymore had to come into play.
Well, I mean,
that's a great point.
The fluoride.
one of those,
fluoride.
huh? One of those types.
One of those types.
Don't be the filter.
Fluoride, right? Yeah, I can't have the fluoride.
I mean, I say that as I may or may not have just filled my water bottle up in the bathroom sink
That's
like
disgusting.
during the commercial break 15 minutes ago.
Use promo code Brent. You'll probably get something off. I'm not sure. That's usually how it works.
I'm
around
just
here.
saying, man. I was gargling that fluoride back in when I was. Did you have like fluoride as a kid?
Yeah.
Where you got like the mouthwash in school?
Sure, yeah.
Man. That stuff. I mean, my teeth are strong.
Don't they still do? Isn't that still a thing now?
No, I don't think.
Yes,
I think,
it is.
Is it still? But it's more optional, isn't it?
It's
Because
more
once
optional.
again, fluoride.
I think it's
optional.
divisive.
Fluoride.
Yeah, but they do it. I mean,
Well, I feel like when I was a kid, it was mandatory. Like there wasn't a kid that was not doing it.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess.
I think now, like parents are more like,
So wait a minute, hold on, just to circle back. You're telling me something that they try to give you at the dentist, and something that's in the water that you absolutely don't want are the same thing?
Yes.
to some people, yes.
All right, man.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't done the research? You haven't looked into it? Look into it,
Of course
Casey.
I have not.
Look, you gotta look into it, man.
I haven't done research on things that actually impact my day-to-day.
CGCHomeservices.com, by the way, water system maintenance and repair, water softener supplies as well. So check them out, Hamby and everybody else over for the party.
R.I.P. to Hamby's kidneys trying to filter all that, that jugged water out.
He's the filter,
That ain't
man.
clean
That's
either.
not
Yeah,
gonna
man.
work.
You're the filter right now, Hamby.
The beautiful part about that picture and life in general is in 20 years, if we're still doing this show, we can have a reunion, show that picture, and you're still using the same stuff.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
mixer, the
high
pan,
quality.
right?
Hey, you know what's
amazing.
crazy? There's seeing that picture and obviously having like a house party and everything, watching Harry Potter. I have zero pictures. Like I've never had a house. I've never had
Not
friends
one.
over to do anything. Like I've had like a couple friends over to watch a game, but not like that.
Not like that.
Not a
Me
fancy
either.
dinner. Hamby, you're
haven't
way
either.
ahead of your time, man. I like it. I'm jealous.
I've been married for 25 plus years and that hasn't happened.
Hey, Hamby, if you guys start having kids, you guys gonna be eating at the dinner table?
Oh, yeah.
You better believe it, man.
Yes, sir.
I swear by that.
Yes.
Hey, bring in some cornbread
I swear
next
by
time,
that.
because I like
Okay.
cornbread.
Cornbread, yeah, man.
Dude, I mean, yeah,
MF
yeah,
and
MFCB.
That's amazing. I like how we were all spinning, and we're like, he definitely didn't say the MF we're thinking.
Yeah,
it's Hamby.
the way that he said it, it was like we should all know what it was. Like it was a common thing.
The one time he's tried to hit the lingo that we all use,
Yeah.
and we're like, what's he talking
We
about?
fall flat on our
I
faces.
did try to slide that one in there.
Did you just say you have to? You do the dinner table, Austin?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. So there's
He has-
a rule.
Yeah, he has breakfast with his son every
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
My man. So there's a rule at the Lane household where, because I have Ronan from Thursday to Sunday afternoon, and we have to make one meal together, and we have to eat at least one meal at the table together every single day that we hang out together. So usually it's dinner, but then to echo Hamby's point, Saturday or Sunday, then we make waffles, we eat at the table. No cell phones, no nothing. Just talk about each other's days, goals, ambitions, all that good stuff, because that's what I grew up with. So I think
like
that's kind of a dying thing, but I think it's important.
Yeah, it's dead in my house.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I mean, trust me, I get that I'm in the minority with this whole thing, but it's something that I think is cool. So,
I respect it. No, I
Yeah.
respect it if you can do it.
yeah,
We, on the other hand, when we actually have 4 people sitting at the dinner table, we're like, holy cow.
yeah.
Almost.
No, I don't think if you say all the syllables and then just trail off on the T, that's almost.
Hey, Pat McAfee, take it easy, Brent. What are we doing here? Whoa, must be a Friday.
I feel like I get one now.
We've gotten. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
You can say it. I'll show you. Go ahead,
Go
Brent.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go. Where are you going?
All right, Casey. Well, you could say it when you see your record right here.
The fact
should've
that it
jumped in
came
front of
from a family eating at the dinner table is what constituted Brent to cuss on of all the things. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, let's get to our weekend spreads. We can do that. The Mason's famous lobster rolls. That's where we eat, not at the dinner table. MasonsLobster.com. Try them in the town center in Fernandina Beach. The weekend spreads haven't been so good, although a little bit of a comeback for Casey and Austin.
We're climbing.
And now
We're
they're
1
together
week
again.
away. 6-0 and 0-6. We're tied. What are you talking about?
Yep.
A little bit of a
We've had,
comeback.
by the way, we've had some of those chances in the last couple of weeks, so we'll see if we get it here. Let's. You guys had a good week, so you lead it off. LSU, Vandy. Vandy, a favorite. I think I saw for the first time in 177 football games.
Wow.
In the SEC.
Like SEC.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, I'm leaning towards LSU here. I'm taking the more, I think, sure thing, especially getting points with LSU.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to stand in the gap
But
for Vandy.
But let me ask you this, though. Just maybe a Vegas trap game. Does Vegas know something that we don't here? Because to make Vandy a favorite leans to tell me, like, what are we missing?
No, I think it's a close game. I think it is a 3-point game, but I think LSU's the better team. So if you're going to give me the points in LSU, then I'm fine with that.
Is this like a homecoming game or something?
If they schedule LSU on homecoming, that's the most diabolical.
Well,
they have no respect at all for LSU.
But I also feel like if they schedule homecoming, it's going to be more revolved around like a quiz bowl thing or something, not necessarily a football game.
This is borderline LSU's road homecoming game.
Okay.
Because that's
true.
You schedule Vandy on homecoming.
That's a good point.
So
we'll take LSU?
We'll take LSU.
Take LSU.
Hamby, how you feeling? I would love to take Vandy here. Do you feel it?
Yes, we got to take Vandy in this one. I think Weeks is going to be out for this football game until.
Who's that?
Will Weeks.
Whit Weeks there's 3 Weeks brothers on the LSU defense. They're all brothers. Whit is the best of them. Their middle linebacker.
Is he the boyfriend?
Yes, he's the boyfriend. Until Nussmeier goes and wins a game on the road and looks like a competent quarterback, I will have no reason to take them in this game.
Clemson.
I mean, bro. Case in point, I think Pavia is the better quarterback in this game, especially at home. I love Vandy.
Did Weeks break a rib puking all the time, or what? What happened?
Yeah, he was chucking the last time I saw him.
He's always chucking.
He always is.
He's probably going to be on the sideline at the Ole Miss game with his girl.
Puking.
Damn.
What's wrong with him? Have we established why does he always do that? Because he does like every single game.
I don't know.
Okay, so there's something seriously wrong with him. Okay, got it. Who does the office take?
Brent, are you cool?
Yeah, I'm good with Vandy. Yeah.
All right, Sports Office has LSU.
Okay.
Beautiful.
We'll try to pick up a game.
All right, what do you guys got? Oh wait, it's Georgia. I know what you guys got. Right.
Let's hear it, Hamby.
Hamby.
Let's hear it, Hamby.
All right, look.
They're taking Georgia.
What it is?
Look, here's what the deal is.
You know what it is, Casey.
Okay.
Yep. Let's hear it, Hamby.
This is Trinidad Chambliss.
Sure.
Coming from D2, he's been unbelievable. He deserves a lot of credit. This is his first start on the road in the SEC. That normally doesn't go well for anybody.
The hedges.
Lane Kiffin. I mean, bro, between the hedges, it's a cakewalk. Georgia doesn't have a home field advantage.
No, don't do it. Not the landscaping.
He gets so bad. He gets so bad.
Nuts. Literally forced 3 timeouts.
Harry Potter.
Get him.
Oh boy.
What are they playing? England? What are they playing at? Georgia? All right, let's go, Hammy. What do you got for us, man? Sorry. Go ahead.
He wants to take Georgia, Brent. What is your argument?
Georgia's going to win by a touchdown.
So they're not.
So
you're
cover?
taking LSU. It's 7.5.
So I'm going to say Georgia's going to win by a touchdown. I'm not going to put in the pick, but if Brent.
I see.
Oh, I don't like this. I thought he was going to come out saying they win by like 21, and this was the easy Hamby pick of the week where you go opposite of Hamby and be the contrarian. But now he's saying
Brent, who
7
you picking?
points.
I'm going to actually take that half a point. I think I like Ole Miss here. I think this is a Kiffin audition in some sense. Not that he needs one, but I think this could be a big Florida fan rooting for Ole Miss. Start getting the early heads up on trying to beat Kirby Smart in Georgia because you're coming to Gatorville next year. So I'm going to take Ole Miss.
Nice. Listen,
that was a combination of the Gators and Gainesville, by the way. Just named it Gatorville.
No, I like it.
I never would have sniffed that out, man. Thank you for spelling that one out for us. Jeez. Here's the thing. The real addition for the Gator job is James Franklin on the pregame show, right? Saying what he's got to say.
Yeah.
So I don't disagree that somebody will be auditioning. I love Georgia. I think Hamby's exactly right, actually.
Really?
Quarterback on the road. I'm done with
hard place to play, right?
The hedges, the landscaping.
Yeah,
so I'm with Hamby. I think we take Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have that student section wearing like their Legion of Doom wrestling shoulder pad, the Spike Squad. They're all painted up and everything. That's intimidating to play in front of.
And think about how mad Hamby would be if we get a pick.
See, this is the thing. I had Ole Miss But if Hamby's going to allow us to take his team and he's going to turn his back on his own team.
I'm not turning my back on my own team.
He turned his back on him.
Turn his back on him.
Slytherin
Slytherin style. Draco Malfoy style.
Nice.
If Georgia covers.
Still got it.
Georgia covers, he might turn his back on me after.
That's a good point. So we're taking Georgia?
We're taking the exciting whites.
Oh, my God.
That quarterback. Let's do it.
Georgia it is. Put us on the board. Game picker-upper.
We got it.
I've never been a Georgia fan ever in my entire life. I'm going to be cheering so hard.
We bullied him into getting the pick that I wanted because I do think Georgia's going to.
I love it, man. Fantastic. All right, what do we got next, Hamby? Oh, what does the sports office have?
Who cares about him?
As Hamby's
Get it together back there.
Is he frozen?
No, he's pissed.
Mentally, maybe, yeah.
Royally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe we're taking the Georgia Bulldogs.
Tennessee, Alabama. I think we're first here.
I like Bama. I think they're rolling.
Yeah, roll Tide. We'll take Bama.
Bama is rolling, but 8.5's a lot. I think Bama, Brent. I think they'll.
Dude's so shook up right now.
Honestly, I don't know. Pick whatever you want.
He's out of it.
We're going to start going Big 12 games next week. Guy can't handle it anymore.
I feel like a letdown coming Bama's way soon. They've had 3. Who'd they play last week? Was that Ole Miss?
Missouri.
No, they played Missouri.
Missouri. Yeah. And I don't know. I just feel like Tennessee will be jacked for this one. I'm going to take
Sports office has Bama.
Tennessee.
All right.
So we're all different.
Yeah, well, sports office is tailing us again. But what are you going to do? Yeah, I got you.
Here's the thing. I don't, in the nicest way, care about them at all. Because if you can't show up one time to make your picks, then I don't care about you.
Okay. All right. Guys, what do you got for Rams versus Jaguars?
Hey! You gonna make the picks? Marcel's here.
Oh, my bad.
Marcel just spawned in.
I love how Marcel just came in here at the perfect timing.
I stand by what I said.
Hey, I didn't say anything, Marcel.
I will. I'm leaning toward the Rams here, Hamby.
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
Why?
He knows something. There's something going on in London that he knows.
What are you telling us?
Yeah, I haven't liked this game all along. I think the Jags every game this year.
Yeah, you had for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Since I've known you, you picked the Jags.
Sunshine and rainbows.
That is not
Puka's
true.
out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love.
He knows something.
What was there a burlesque show incident? What aren't you telling us?
He knows something.
How much do you like the Jags, Hamby?
Oh, trying to defer, pivot, and smart.
I mean, if Puka's out, I mean, you at one score, you got to be able to. Brent.
Casey, this team is falling apart right before our eyes, and it's a pleasure to see.
This is one of the most shocking things that has ever happened in the installment of this show since 2000 and whatever.
We get 2 games up on them, from last week, and they're crumbling. I love it.
Him saying Rams is so shocking.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Is that the pick?
You guys are going Rams? Hamby.
Well, if Hamby wants a trumpet, he can trumpet, but I'm taking the Rams.
Wow.
Hamby is going through the ringer. It's 5 minutes. We need a pick, sir.
Shot clock violation. Let's go.
I got a flight to get to. Move it along.
I just typed in the Rams.
So, here's the thing, Casey. I mean, Brent might know something.
Yeah, I think he knows.
But at the same time, if we can take Georgia and win, and we take the Jacksonville Jaguars and just put their little faces, that's it.
We'll take the Jags.
It's over.
Oh, yeah.
Jags it is, baby. Let's go.
I hope you're right.
Travis Hunter coming out party.
What is he?
I can't wait till Adam Schefter reports it Sunday morning. Like half the team has food poisoning or something.
The Jags all got sick. Yeah, that makes sense.
Colts Chargers. We're taking the Chargers.
Yes, we are.
Sports office has the Colts.
No, Joe Alt office can't stop from telling him. I like the Colts here, honestly.
I like the Colts to win.
I mean, Joe Alt might be coming back, but regardless, I think the Colts are the hot team, Casey.
Colts.
All right, Bucks, Lions. Y'all first. Lions -5. Sports office has Lions.
The Bucks play a lot of close games.
They do.
Everything the Bucks do is close.
Now, it's Jared Goff, though, Monday night, if I'm not mistaken. Or prime time. Is it Sunday or Monday?
Night.
Yeah, it's one of the Mondays.
Jared Goff, Monday night. Like, Jared Goff's good for one of those games where it's going to be like he just goes off for 500 yards.
Yeah, but they just got bullied.
I know.
By the Chiefs.
Bucky Irvin's coming back too, yeah? Or is he still We don't know.
We don't know.
Okay.
But like, here's the thing: I could see Jared Goff going off, but I feel like Baker's just going to answer. They didn't do anything on defense the other night that made me think, oh boy, they can stop the Bucs.
-5 is a lot.
A lot of points. You can pick it.
No, because I think I overrode you one time. So this is how it works. You get one, I get one.
I think the Bucs. I think 5.
I'm cool with the Bucs. All right, we'll take the Bucs.
Hamby, what do you think?
I like the Bucs too. 5's too much.
Yeah, I kind of do too. 5's a lot of points in the NFL for two good teams, which means Vegas probably knows something. But I'll go with the Bucs.
All right.
Sports office. What do they got?
They took the Lions.
Okay. You guys okay?
Right. That was a lot. A lot just happened in the last little bit.
You guys okay?
A lot of emotion.
I need a butterbeer.
I'm fine, by the way. I feel great, just to let you know.
I feel
yeah. You guys are all a little rattled, to be honest with you, I think, but
we're fine.
Oh, you guys look rattled too.
Us?
Befuddled.
Rattled? Nah.
Nobody.
Nah.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's a hard claim to make after you cuss on the show. You say a word that you absolutely are not allowed to say and say that we look rattled.
Who's being uncharacteristically not themselves right now? The team that picked against Georgia and the team that picked against the Jacksonville Jaguars, or me and Casey?
We're fine.
We've never been better. We're thriving, some would say.
Can we please go to break?
Yeah, Hamby, go on a break and think about Georgia a little bit more.
So I can put up my 0 for 4
Hamby
bets.
certainly looks like he needs a... We need to bring a sports psychologist.
I love it, man.
This guy needs another week
Casey,
off.
This is where we get him. This is going to be a 6-game picker-up, or I guess a 5-game.
5-game.
Because they copied us.
Pitt still has.
Pitts did not. Thank you, Hamby. He did not.
We should leave this up for the rest of the time.
I didn't need the reminder, but thank you very much. Scored 30. I almost swore. Scored 30-something points and can't even get Pitts a touchdown.
He'll never score.
These, by the way, are that was your weekend spreads. Those were brought to you by Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls, masonslobster.com. When we come back, wagers on the weekend. What do we have? Is anybody going to get on the board other than Casey in the month of October? Week number 3 of a 5-week month to get on the board. We'll do that next. Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, And they have delivery options too. Just download the Bonos app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bonos Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bonos Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Oh. Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why gutter helmet?
Well, gutter helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With gutter helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With gutter helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Big news on Twitter. These just dropped.
Is this real?
This is real. Cooper Flagg, NBA, future maybe all-star, gonna put the city of Dallas on his back. Just released his first pro models. Casey Kurtz, your thoughts on the Cooper Flagg ones?
Those are the worst shoes that an NBA player has ever worn.
Brent, have you got them yet?
If it's something that Brent and Dan would wear on Action Sports Jacks Primetime, you cannot wear it on the floor in an NBA game.
Are those real?
Yes. These are the official landscaping shoe of the Georgia Bulldogs between the hedges. No, that's his pro model shoe.
That's terrible.
You guys didn't see this? Is trending on Twitter this morning.
That is so.
And by the way,
terrible.
The comments are what you would expect.
They should borderline kick him out of the league. That is so bad.
I don't really care about the shoe, but I'm surprised that.
You can respect that those are terrible, right?
But come on, man. Like you grew up with Jordan, right? And the Jordans, and just like how much of a game changer the pro model shoe was, and like I grew up with the Iversons and the Kobe's. Like, it's a statement. What statement is that shoe making?
I suck.
It means I'm going to play tennis at Wimbledon. It looks like
I'm a divorced dad.
We are not,
and I've given up.
We are not going to win.
Yeah.
That is so bad.
Isn't that crazy? Because even when Kawhi Leonard had New Balance, like at least like it was unique. What's unique about those?
Bro, he got $22 million to go play at Duke, and you're telling me that's the shoe?
That's a shoe.
How much is New Balance in the NBA game now? Draymond, him, are they got others?
They're done now. You can't throw those out there and expect somebody else to sign on.
I mean, how much is like Ohtani getting paid? Ohtani's New Balance?
Yeah, but like you can baseball, it doesn't matter.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, like Jeter had cleats, and I bought those because I like Jeter. Well, my parents bought those when I was a child, but like you can get away with it in baseball.
I mean, Hammy, we seem like I can't say it's not a joke. Like this, like New Balance put this out. Like, hope you guys are, like it's like trying to hype people up about it. Who's buying these?
How much do they cost?
I don't know, but if you were hoping to uplift Hamby during this segment with these shoes, it ain't working.
Casey, I'm glad you asked. They'll be available for purchase October 22nd, and it's going to come with a $120 price tag.
This is going to be the first, like, I can imagine that, like, Dick's Sporting Goods in Dallas is going to do, like, a release event, and the employees are going to show up at, like, 4 a.m. expecting there to be a line. There's going to be one old white dude. He's going to be like, yeah, I need some new grass-cutting shoes.
Oh, man.
I mean, that is terrible. That'll be the first shoe to do negative sales. People are going to buy one pair and return
cost them
two.
more money to make them than it does actually to get the, yeah.
That's terrible.
Well,
Wow.
maybe with our weekend wagers, we can throw some money in the pot and buy some Cooper Flag shoes. $120. That does actually seem pretty reasonable.
Do you see them? You see them, though. Like, you got to wear them then on your feet.
Who just launched another shoe recently?
LeBron.
I mean, a lot of people.
The new LeBron
How
shoes.
much are they?
Steph's got them, Giannis. They're in like that's the competitive. Like the LeBron's gonna be more pricey because you can get like different colorways and everything. And like I remember last year, Ronan wanted a pair of LeBrons that were like all purple. They're like the anniversary, whatever tourney editions. Those were like $190.
Yeah.
In youth. We opted for the Giannis's.
Well, yeah, and I mean, the other thing with the LeBrons, like
we really
the adult ones, I mean, maybe the kid ones too, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, they're extremely difficult to get. It's not just that they're $200.
Because there's a demand.
Like, yeah, there's a huge, massive demand. They're hard to get. Cooper Flags put out the first shoe that nobody wants. Like, there will be no demand. You'll go to Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm telling you, they're going to be buy one, get six for Christmas. Like, it's terrible. That's so bad. That's just.
Well, and by the way, so if there's not enough pressure on him already with these shoes, so he's releasing them on his rookie debut.
Sure.
Like they kind of mapped it all out. If you guys want to see the commercial and everything, it's on New Balance.
I will check that out actually.
Yeah, because he's like sitting there, like it's like they're trying to peddle like Jordans, and they don't really know. Like, hey, you're New Balance. Relax,
All right.
I thought I just saw something about were they going to play him? Are they moving him off point guard or something?
I couldn't tell you.
I'm not sure.
And I can tell you right now, I do not care. If he goes out there in those shoes, they should move him off point guard to the bench.
The fact that the dude could come out and score like 50 in his opening night and have 10 posterizing dunks, and still it's gonna be like, yeah, the shoes though.
They should boo him when he comes on the court. All right.
I think it's fascinating, by the way, that you say the shoes, like it's not that they're cheap, but for those kind of basketball shoes, obviously the Jordans seem so much highly priced. Even Kobe Bryant shoes, I feel like were so much higher than everybody else. I guess everybody's in the game now.
Yeah.
You have so much more. So supply and demand wise, maybe they all fit in a category. But I would think somebody is selling a $300 shoe and somebody's selling a $120 shoe now.
I mean, the thing with the LeBrons is like they will be that expensive, but like it's because it's like secondary sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least LeBron has
supply and demand part.
Yeah.
Oh, they sell out the opening day
in seconds. Yeah. At least
there'll be
LeBron
lines.
has the decency to sell his shoe for $190 when in theory he really could sell them for like $400 if people would pay for it.
He's still the name.
Yeah.
All right,
Hamby, what do we got? We got weekend wagers.
Yeah.
What's he mad about now?
I don't know.
What?
Here are your picks.
Mad.
As he's wearing a pair of New Balances or something.
Who is this?
That is Brent.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Dark mode, Brent?
Dark
on demon mode.
Brent.
How'd you do it, Brent?
No wonder he picked against the Jaguars.
Long flight. He was sitting there like, well, I need something to do. Let me switch my phone over to dark mode. Well, did that. Now I got 13 hours to go.
You want the real story?
Please.
Ty had to help me because I can't do it from over here.
This guy.
Wait,
you can't
what do you mean you can't do
don't
it
act
from
like
over
it's
here?
like a European deficiency or something. Like, no, that's not how it works. What are you talking about?
I couldn't get on my Hard Rock over here.
Oh.
It is a European thing, yeah.
So your phone is still on white mode.
Yes. Don't give me too much credit.
So this is Ty's phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang, Ty has a nice balance.
Man. Wait, did Ty make the picks for you or did you make the picks?
We kind of worked on them together.
Okay.
because he was kind of putting them in, and
a
I was like,
conglomerate.
let's do this and that. And
Yeah, this will definitely be if you win all of these, there'll definitely be a protest, and we'll have to check into it.
Yep, because
We'll
then
do an
maybe Ty's got to do
investigation.
it's going to be a father and son penalty or something.
Yeah,
if they,
you'll see
if
a
they
tweet
lose.
come out like the Emmanuel Classe tweet.
There
You
we
know,
go.
never allowed in baseball again. Brent will never be allowed in sports radio again after this. All right, what do you got?
Break it down, Brent.
so, well, there we go. We're going with the Texans +7 in a low-scoring game with two good defenses on Monday Night Football. The Browns in a windy game against the Dolphins. We don't think the Dolphins will be able to handle the weather conditions. They say it could blow 60 miles per hour.
Browns to win.
Up there in Cleveland. Chiefs to win because
Whoa, careful now with Chiefs to win.
minus
Guys,
850, by the way.
guys are getting crazy over there. Okay.
That'll be a tough one.
And must have knocked down the spread, or maybe the spread was lower here to get the Lions at -3.
Okay.
That feels like an odd one that you guys would have knocked it down to, because nobody you would go to 2.5. So maybe it was.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
low.
Yeah, so
If
maybe
it was
it's
minus
three.
170.
It's minus 170 though. So they had to knock it down.
Okay, so you guys just aren't good at math. All right, next.
All right. Then we next one. You guys can read that better than me, probably. Over rushing yards for Judkins.
Yep.
And we got total points under in the Broncos game. Two good defenses, Giants, Broncos, and
Bijan Robinson rushing, receiving
Bijan.
over 120.5.
San Fran is not good against the run, so big day for Bijan again. It's a lot of yards, though. I was a little sketchy about this one.
Yeah.
And then the Packers to get the dub. So that nets. I actually was surprised that didn't net more. It feels like that's a harder get than just making 28
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
But
that's, okay.
And then we added Texas A&M. I love the over on the Notre Dame games, and I think this one will go over with USC. It's a good football game. +6.5 for Washington, who's sneaky good, going to Michigan, and we throw in a little over/under on the NFL game there with the Cowboys. I think that will be high scoring. I kind of like the Cowboys to win in that game, but went with the over instead. And we pull in $24. We're trying to get on the board here, folks.
I hear
And
you.
hopefully one of
respect
these
it.
two.
All right.
You got glasses on your head, dog. Should have thrown them on instead of getting real close to the screen. We caught you there coming out of that full screen there, seeing you 2 inches away from your computer. Yeah, we caught that.
I don't think it would have helped on that. that was really small.
We caught you
Fair.
there, eyes. Don't worry about it.
What we got next, Amby? We got to get going here.
Casey's gonna go next.
Oh boy.
We got 2 bets again, or are you going a little more riskier for the biskier?
I think it's 2. I'm not
Okay.
really sure. What happened here was Amanda's out of town, so it's just me and Blue.
Mm-hmm.
And Blue this morning, Blue eats at like 7. Blue's my dog, for those that don't.
Yeah.
Blue eats at like 7, usually 7:30 when it's, up to Dad. But this morning at like 6:05, she was like, "Let's grub," and I was like, "No, let's not." So I fought her off for a little bit, and then after I fed her, it was like 6:22, and this is when I put the bets. So really, this is going to be like the first time seeing it. What the hell is this? This is mine?
That's you, buddy.
Okay.
Glasses do help, actually. I can see it.
Really? That's a shocking discovery. Okay, I remember this now a little bit. Blackhawks +1.5 tonight over the Canucks. Canucks are on a back-to-back. They played in Dallas last night. They're playing in Chicago today. It's a weird back-to-back. The Canucks are a better team, but
Is this a day game too or not? Because they've been having like weird day games every once in a while in the NHL.
it might be.
Like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock start time.
I hope it is,
Which
'cause
makes zero sense to me.
Because it's a back-to-back, so that would be even better.
Yeah, okay.
Give me Bowling Green to win some action. Couple of things about this one. MAC teams win at home, not on the road. Central Michigan's offense is kind of like the Action Sports Jacks network yesterday at 1 o'clock. Nothing going on. Not a lot of people are going to laugh at that one, Brett, but that one might make you a little bit annoyed, but I've been trying to work that in.
Good one.
Sorry about that. Me, I hope you're not upset about that one either. Anyway.
Brent's like, I'm aware.
Anyway, teams in the MAC don't win on the road, so give me Bowling Green at home. And Louisville, Miami with some points, I guess. Looks like I bought some down. Not sure what the hell is going on there. On the other side, Shaheed to score. This one was, I do remember this because it was like plus, I want to say like 290. Something kind of goofy. Nobody scores for the Saints but this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like nobody really scores the Saints in general.
He does sometimes.
Yeah, okay.
So I thought there was too much value there, and then give me a Dunze over 50 yards because he's an absolute monster.
Guy crushes that. Yeah.
And frankly, I don't expect any of you to like. I think 50, whatever I have right now, $51 for the month.
No one's gonna catch up to that.
No, but I'm not losing. Like I don't see a scenario where you all end up over 50.
Yeah, so I don't get why you don't go for like like that 5-team parlay and really bump up the final score.
Because I was asleep.
Okay, I got you. That's fair. Mr. Dad over here, I got you.
Okay, next week I'm doing $21 bets that are all plus 1,000 or more.
All right.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna go next here.
Show us Georgia.
And
let's go Black.
All of them.
I would.
Georgia
all of them. All of them.
He bought
the
extra
bets.
points. It's Georgia minus 27.5.
Yep. He's got the Jaguars in there too. Here we go.
Unfortunately, all my bets were put in before the show.
Oh, I know.
Otherwise,
Show us. Show us the hand.
Otherwise, I would probably go back and hammer Georgia just because of how bad I feel that we ended up not taking.
You let your
them.
team down.
I did. I feel sick.
I hear they're talking about it in Athens right now.
And I'm reveling in it. I love it.
Starting.
Jelly
All
Roll, guest picker on game day, by the way.
Who is Athens? Is he from Georgia? Oh, just okay.
Wait, who is?
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Son of center.
What?
He's mad.
We don't
It's a
claim
little
him.
surprising, isn't he? In Nashville, would he be a Tennessee guy? He's not a Tennessee.
Like a Vandy guy? Yeah. What do we?
I mean, he lives in Nashville. Yes, correct. I
He's
don't
from
know.
Nashville.
Yeah. So why is Georgia bringing him in?
Maybe he played in some of the bars in Athens. Like a lot of those guys grew up doing that.
All right.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So we're gonna start on the left.
Oh,
College
man.
football.
This is gonna.
He does not have $7 in
This
his account,
is-
ladies and gentlemen.
Holy cow! I got a headache.
Hamby.
Vanderbilt money line.
This is what he was doing watching Harry Potter.
I got.
Facts. Georgia money line. Mississippi State 14.5.
I like that.
Against the Gators. Iowa plus 4.5 against the James Franklin-less Penn State. And Auburn, I really like them plus 4.5. Hosting Missouri, not to get beat by 4 or more at home. They play a good defense. So that's going to be 5 to win a 34. Then we're going to go to the NFL with a $6 wager on the Chargers plus 3.5 against the Colts. I really like the 49ers against the who knows what you're going to get Falcons at home in prime time.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm a Seahawks guy with the Texans having to go to the West Coast, even though they're on a bye. I'm fading the 1-point L. And then I've got the Broncos at home against the Giants. And then we're going to go $7 all Jags, Rams props.
They then lose the game, according to you guys, but go on.
Yeah, Trevor is going to throw for over 200 yards. I've hit that a couple straight weeks. Brian Thomas Jr. over 50. Travis Hunter over 25 receiving yards with also 4 catches or more.
Good for you with
For the
that.
4th straight week, give me BTJ 5 yards in the first quarter and Travis Etienne 10 yards in the first quarter. That's going to be a $7 to win 50.
Nice.
And then, hey, at some point we got to get on the freaking board. This is a 2 to win $6. Give me Georgia minus 2.5, Georgia minus 3.5 in the second half alone, and the Patriots minus 3.5 over Mike Vrabel revenge game against the Titans.
This guy is not well.
Let's get on the board, baby.
This may like
we're back,
man. I hope Hard Rock loves the content because if anything we're learning from this segment, Hamby is not well.
This is what I'm talking about, man. This is some of the stuff that's hard to believe he's a person. Like he does some stuff.
Every week
that's
is just
so wild.
It's a bigger dive into just a descent into madness. Like
2 to
I don't
win
even want to
6.
talk about. Yeah.
You should get kicked
and
out
he's
of
in
the world.
red.
Huh?
Hey, I'm surprised Hard Rock doesn't go, hey, you know what? Like we appreciate your money, but just lay off.
You clearly need the money more than we do.
Yeah.
Keep your $2. We'll keep our $6.
The $7 bet was in the red, by the way. The $2 one I don't think was.
No, he's got 2. He's confirmed got $2, but 7, forget about it.
All right, I'll quick go through mine because we're kind of behind it here a little bit.
What makes you say that? The fact that it's 1 o'clock?
Yeah, basically.
All right, here's your first
Patreon overtime. Let's go. Well, let me start on my Friday night special. Well, there's 4 of them, Hamby.
I know. I'm throwing your 4th one up.
All right.
Unfortunately, I think that one might be the Friday night special.
That one's the Friday night special.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Yep, Friday night special. Hey, let's get started early, right? Let's go with Paris Saint-Germain taking on Strasbourg. Both teams get a score with that one.
I'm going to tail it just so it misses.
My dog.
Damn it.
I'll take it for the team. It'll only cost me $1.
Yep. Go ahead and give me Minnesota plus 7.5 at home. Going to roll the boat against Nebraska. A lot of distractions right now in Nebraska and Matt Rule and everything, the Penn State gig. And then go ahead and give me Miami. I think he's going to win big at home against Louisville. Louisville I get as a solid team, but they're playing in Coral Gables. I'll take Miami. Then let's go to the Saturday one. Let's go. See, this is where I like the Ole Miss, but either way, I'm going to be a winner now. I'll take Ole Miss plus 7.5. Ohio State taking on the Wisconsin Badgers minus 25.5. I would take that to 60. And then Texas Tech, my underdog team, minus 7.5 against
Arizona State.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them at all. It's Texas Tech. Watch their defensive line. Watch their defensive line. It's ridiculous. And then my Sunday props, we're going to go with the Jonathan Taylor anytime touchdown, Lad McConkey anytime touchdown, and I hate to do it, but Devontae Adams, I feel like feeds against the Jaguars. He's really all they got in the receiving game. They're going to scheme him a touchdown as well. 5 is going to pay you $34. And then last but not least, let's take my prop bets. Let's go Jared Goff over passing yards. Monday night, Jared doesn't miss. Jahmyr Gibbs with a touchdown as well, and then we're going to couple that with a Woody Marks receptions because – fantasy implications. And then George Kittle is back now in San Fran. I expect him to eat at home over 53. $5 will get you almost $60 back.
Give up on Woody
What's going on there, guys? Put a lot of work into it. I like it. Appreciate it.
Let's go PSG.
It ain't hitting.
Actually, in theory, don't you need both teams? Let's go soccer would be the better one.
I forgot what the other team was even called, but yeah.
Let's go goals.
Before we get out of here, I would like to announce.
102 right now. Yep.
Dude, at this point, we could go till 7 p.m. Nothing changes.
Who cares? In the last 60 seconds, so wager has been put on both PSG and whoever they're playing to score.
Nice.
So, hey, guys, we don't have to worry about that one.
I'm out.
We're good.
I'm out.
We're not. Yeah.
I'm out. How much you put down, Hamby? 5 cents? What'd you put down?
Let's see what I did.
I don't think you can bet 5 cents.
Nickel bet?
$1 to win 6 on Miami minus 4.5. PSG and Strasbourg to score, and the Dodgers money line.
Oh, wow. So, dude,
yo, this would be huge. This would be huge for him if he hits $6.
That would. Now we're talking generational wealth in that account. For what it's seen.
Hard Rock would be like, holy.
Oh, now we got to pull this guy's card, baby.
This guy hooked.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you from London the rest of the weekend. We got our Whataburger Game of the Week tonight, 6:30 on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. It is Oakleaf and Ed White. Have a good one.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website